Yeah, I'm sure.
Are we sure?
Hi! Sure.
Hello, Internet.
Hello.
What?
Yellow.
What?
Hello, Internet. I am Kelly Hammer. I don't know.
Okay, Kelly Hammer.
It's like Markiplier, but different. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Dork Tales. We are doing episode 3 of Starfinder against the Aeon Throne.
I'm here this game.
Yeah, we have our pilot back.
It's gonna be a riot.
Heck yeah.
That hasn't really caught on yet. But, cool. So,
I've tried.
oh yeah, all my notes are like right here. Did someone hand me all my notes?
Don't worry, I read all of them.
Oh, did you? Good.
I can help to keep you on track.
That would be wonderful today. Can you also do me a favor? There should be a pen that looks just like this over there, but it's black. But it's black. Thank you. Ooh, cool. It's my black pen. It's a good pen. I had it imported all the way from America. And then before that, Germany, apparently.
Nice.
Ooh. Anyway, so we're going to be starting in just a second. Before then, quick round of introductions as always. I am Kelly. I'm the Game Master, Dungeon Master, or in Starfinder, I'm known as the Star Lord. Hello. Let's go to my left this time.
Hello, I'm James.
I'm Krista.
I'm Mike.
Plug.
And Christine.
And you are playing... Go back the other way.
Lola Starfury, a Yosoki envoy, also captain of the Wandering Sun.
Wayward Sun.
Wayward Sun.
You name it whatever you want.
You're the captain.
It's your
You're the
captain.
All right. Hal Hunter, Solaren Gunner. That's about it.
I am playing Raya Riot Flyleaf. She is the halfling pilot of the Wayward Sun.
Our own little rocket raccoon.
Our own little rocket raccoon, baby.
I am playing Noah and Chase, 2 androids in one body. But I'm android scholar, and I'm also all the random parts on the ship that have to do with science.
And I am playing Crutch, the Vex heavy weapons and explosive-centric soldier. When things need to break, I break them.
He likes to make things go boom.
All right. So we're gonna try something new today. So in the last couple of games when I've used a map, I've had a lot of difficulty like moving stuff around. So I bought something. So we're gonna use this guy to like move stuff. Yeah. Can you grab that off the table? And can you grab those off the table? And can you grab some? Can someone grab those? Oh yeah! All right.
That was genuinely funny.
We're really genuine here at Dork Tales. All right. Now focus on the mic. Cool. And what the? Oh god, it's a dog. I thought I accidentally shot this on my crotch for a second, and someone was playing a joke on me. But in reality, oh surprise, it was dog.
It was Charlie.
Hello, Charlie.
Hello, Charlie.
I do love the way he just appears from underneath the tablecloth.
Yeah.
Looking like a Sith Lord.
Yeah, he just pushes the cloth forward until it just starts to peek out. His nose starts to peek out from under it. It is very Sith Lord-ish.
You good boy? Charlie, no. Come on, man.
He's like, unlimited power.
All right.
Good dog is good.
Well, I don't think he can fit.
Catch me
He's a
and
big
you shall
boy, and this
become
is a
more
very small
powerful
space.
than you've ever imagined.
Go around.
Is that going to stop him from trying?
Go around.
Charlie is one big boy.
He's pretty big. You've seen it before. All right. So, can anybody remind the viewership where Charlie? Don't do it, man. Just don't. You're gonna knock the entire. Stop licking me. You're gonna knock the entire table over. You're gonna knock it over, buddy.
Charlie, you are 80 pounds of brawn.
And,
You will knock the table over.
2 ounces of brain. Charlie.
Trying to take dog photos.
Yeah. Sorry.
They always look at you until you put
There
up
we
on
go.
the camera.
Now, I'll post that on our Instagram, and you'll see what I see constantly at this game. All right, last time during Game 2 of Starfinder, can someone remind me what happened?
Lots of stuff.
I was in the ship.
You were in the ship. We came across the colony of Madelon's Landing.
Yep, Madelon's Landing.
And it seemed that they are being occupied by a cadet force of Azlanti soldiers. And we have managed to find a resistance and have helped them by sort of sabotaging the enemy that is occupying their colony,
Yeah.
city
We
thing.
took out a patrol over by the cemetery. We released what the hell were those things called? The electrical monkeys?
Hobgars.
Hobgars!
I like
From a
electrical
Hobgar
monkeys.
cage in the middle of town, which apparently wrecked their shit. They did not have fun with that.
And we left on. Do we live in a cliffhanger?
We ended up going off towards the side, and we met up with the soldier lady who'd gotten her ass kicked.
Yep.
Healed her up a bit.
Yep.
And I think we were planning on dealing with the last couple places they told us about before mounting the main.
That sounds fantastic. So we're going to pick up right there. I'm just going to give you a quick reminder of a couple of things. So, does anybody need Post-its or paper?
I think I'm good.
I think I'm okay.
Okay. So, just a quick fact or a quick name check. So, we have the following people. Of course, Sedona, your friend, the one who gave you your ship, the one who got you all together as a group. There's also Ibretta Fulson, the female human mechanic who's orchestrating the rebellion. Ibretta is the one who owns the junk shop and helped you out before.
And the one who has a whiny ex-husband.
Yes. Speaking of the ex-husband, Jellic Folsom, who I have now decided is played by the guy who played Shaggy in the live-action Scooby-Doo.
I love him so much.
Because I just binged The Good Girls or whatever with my mom while she was visiting, and he's the husband in that. And he is...
He's on a new D&D live play.
Yeah, he has his own... He's the guy that owns Beetle and Bard's D&D shop.
That's so cool.
Yeah, he's a cool guy. And I know someone who made out with him in a movie.
Slick.
Yeah, apparently he smokes a lot.
Yeah.
But
Many actors do.
With all that power, you'd need to smoke.
Exactly.
Not like Jim Carrey. So there's Goraya Lee, who is a Demaya Lashunta envoy, who was the clever and outspoken, who worked as a project manager. She specifically asked that if you're going to look into things, you should keep an eye out for anything that relates to her family.
The mine.
Because of the mines, yes. She had some family working in a nearby mine, and they went radio silent a few days ago, and she's very worried about them. And if you have any information, that might, make her more kindly disposed toward you. Jellic just seems to want to make amends with his wife. That's been kind of obvious. Ludvar Kresk, you met as well. That was the man with the damaged voice box, heavily scarred. And you managed to return his voice box.
Yes.
At the end of last session.
And slap his ass. I'm pretty sure. No, pat.
Pat his ass, and he gave you the missing
Because that was
parts.
just like how high I could reach.
He gave you the missing parts from the hover bikes.
Nice.
The hover trikes.
Right.
Then there was Corsica Arquin, who was the soldier woman who was healed up by... Was it you?
I started
I
using that potion.
Cool.
And her son Willis.
Oh, medical spray?
Medical spray
No,
and
I
stuff.
had healing potion Mark 1.
And then she also has her son Weldis, who's just a teenage male blonde bombshell. Eventually he's going to grow up to look just like Fred from Scooby-Doo.
Right, I caused him a lot of confusion, I think.
Yeah. And then
There were a lot of...
And then his mom offered to sleep with you.
Yeah.
I think, because you're the human.
Yes.
The vest you might not be enough for her.
Or too much?
Yeah. No, she's pretty crazy. And then besides that...
We also met Randall, the stock clerk.
Oh, yeah, because he's actually not one of the rebels, technically, according to them. Rendell.
Rendell.
There's a space. We don't spell anything normal.
This is true.
Rend all.
There you go. Now I'll remember it.
It's a good investment.
Right. Rend all taxes.
Yeah. Rend all taxes.
Death and taxes.
Oh, we also found out the name of the Azlanti captain.
Which ones?
Olaraja.
Olaraja?
I think that's what I have written down.
We
I'm
really
going to
don't.
double check. I don't think it's Olaraja. I think it's something kind of...
Something that sounds like... That's what I heard and wrote it down that way.
Well, I was kind of...
I think you're mispronouncing that. I believe it's pronounced target.
Oh, yes. Correct.
I believe it's called too much experience for you at this level.
Challenge accepted.
Challenge accepted. So that is...
And the whole party dies.
Yep.
No shit, it is Olaraja. Good job. I was like, no way it has Raja in the
You
title.
get a cosmic brownie point.
Yes.
Yeah,
cosmic
you know
brownie,
what?
but those
You
are
get
way
an
better than
inspiration
regular.
that's not usable in Pathfinder.
Yay!
If we really needed, I could institute hero points. All right, so going back into game, the idea was that the rebels have asked you to perform several tasks for them. Now, you've already done some of them. You investigated the storehouse that the Azlanti were using to control the supplies and stores that were keeping the colony up and running. You went and liberated the Hobgars. You had a showdown at the cemetery. Now, there are only 2 remaining missions to look at. One is visiting the moisture collector, which apparently has become haunted, according to some rumors, obviously not, but has been acting strangely. Also, liberating the moisture collector will obviously boost morale, because right now, the Azlanti are in charge of all liquid coming in and out of the settlers, I guess. And then, the administrator's house. You know that there's going to be information in there that will relate to why the colony has been seized in the first place.
Okay.
Also, sorry to interrupt, wasn't there something about a couple of senior officers with pistols and tack lashes that
yes.
beat up, I think they beat up Corsica?
Yeah.
Yep, they beat up Corsica.
So we see them. Grudge time.
That's not going to be an easy fight. I'm just going to warn you in advance. So, with that having been said, we're going to start right as we ended last time. The rebels of Madelon's Landing gather around with you at Corsica's house, and as you prepare to head out into the darkness of night to go complete your investigations, I believe it was early twilight right now. The mist hangs low and thick over the pines. And as you reach for the door, who's the one first headed out?
Sure.
As you reach for the door, you hear a crackle over your comm. Back at the ship, you decided to go and check your escape routes. Make sure that the ship was up and running and ready to go. Can you go ahead, Mike, can you give me Riot's, what would that be? That would be... And you can stealthily hand that around the table if you want, James. It's snackable. Give me an engineering roll, please. I'm just going to constantly look over your sheet because I can't find mine.
Fair enough.
That's 23.
Holy crap! So you spend the better part of about 4 hours patching up a lot of the cosmetic damage. However, one of the ship's main manifolds that governs more or less getting into drift has been damaged. It's not a difficult repair, it's just a specific one. It's like not dissimilar from missing a spark plug. Spark plugs, they're easy to replace, they're easy to install. Getting them is kind of a specific thing. You know, it's just like having
You
a
don't
key.
have a spark
We
plug.
need new drift
You
plug.
don't have a spark plug.
We need a new drift.
We're going to call it a drift plug. So basically, you took damage directly to something that's going to be very, very important. Do we want to call it a drift plug, or do we want to say that it's like one of your shield struts or something?
I like drift plug.
Drift plug? All right, I'm going to write that down. Ship has a faulty drift plug. So, looking around, this is something that's easy to repair. It's basically like, in theory, if you really had to, picture the drift plug being like the gas cap on your car. You could stuff a rag in there technically,
But do
and then
you really
go
want
to warp speed.
Exactly.
If anyone could do it, it's you.
Fill it up with jet fuel, stick a rag in it, and go.
Easy.
That's jet fuel.
That's jet fuel.
Yeah.
Um,
All right. So knowing that, you know you're going to have to get some parts to replace that before you get out of here, and running a couple of scans on your sensors as well, you're going to notice that there is a large ship in orbit over the planet.
Dun, 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 dun.
okay.
With that, it seems like a good time to meet up with your compatriots. Can you give me a stealth roll? Because I'm assuming you're going to try to be going through the woods stealthily.
Yeah.
Do it at a +4 because of the fog.
So that's 27. That's 31.
Now, I gotta segue for a second. Mike, you're in the generic fantasy setting, the 5e game I run as well.
Yes.
The numbers, aren't they so different?
Yeah.
Like a 31 at level 1?
A 31 at level 1 is ridiculous.
Yeah. So
I mean, we're really getting that at level 4
Yeah.
Oh, barely.
in generic.
So stealthily as an insect, you work your way through the woods. As you do, you'll come across a couple of platoons, well, more like small 3-man squads moving through the forest. Do you speak Azlanti?
No, I do not.
So you will hear them talking over the radio. I always assumed that Azlanti kind of sounds a little bit like German Italian, like kind of like that kind of rolling, but also kind of harsh at the same time.
Harsh but pretty.
Yeah, harsh but pretty. Basically like flowy Latin.
Fair enough. I can imagine.
So you'll hear them chatting over the mic, and can I get one more roll off of you? And that's going to be a sense motive roll.
Not one.
You don't know what they're excited about. You don't really get a handle on it before they rush off. You can barely hear what they say. Something about the word Hobgar comes up a couple of times. Hobgar, Oraja. But it has the sense of like, hey, mach schnell! And they run off toward the town, guns drawn and ready. Stealthing toward the edge of the settlement, you call in over the blocked comms to your friends. And what do you say?
Hey guys, I'm coming in through the forest. Past a couple squads that I've seen, patrols that I've seen. Seemed excited about something, but not too sure what it was. I heard something about Hobgars, but where are we meeting up?
Yeah, we let the Hobgars loose. Good thing it's it seems to be working well as a distraction. We're over by Blah direction of city.
I think you're up kind of at the north end of town. You have a map out there.
Yeah, but there's no compass on it.
Whoa,
so
hell.
North is top.
Yeah, we'll just
There
probably-
was one
yeah.
in the
Chris,
other
the right on it in the green pen.
So I think we are.
The green pen would be good.
And
Where did
we
go
had
over
landed to the north, hadn't we?
So you... Oh, no, you can
No,
write
we
on
left.
Oh, yeah,
the
on
shop.
the
it.
thingy?
Because you wrote on it before.
Oh,
Remember,
sure.
we went to
Well, I think
What's-Her-Face's
Christine was
place.
as well.
Oh, were
right.
you the one that was writing on it, Christine?
We both were.
We both were.
Yeah, here,
Okay.
I'll give you this pen.
So you can use the green one and the red one to write on it.
Okay.
All right, so right now you are over in Corsica's house, which is...
Sorry.
That's my foot, James.
Hello.
Hello.
It's somewhere over by Madelon personal module, is it?
Yeah. It's
Okay,
kind of over there.
so
They don't actually tell me. So I'm going to say it's in a easy to reach...
southwest?
I'm going to say it's actually up here. It's that one.
Okay, so northwest?
Yeah. So I will say...
So what? One of the first places that you'd come to on the
There, there's a
establishment?
Q on it now.
Okay.
Cool.
Neato.
I give the directions for there.
All right, I'll be there in just a minute.
Do you knock at the door?
Yeah.
Okay. There's a knock at the door.
I will just calm at you.
Sure is.
I'll still have my gun up as you scurry inside.
Roll me a dice, Mike. D20.
That's a nat one.
Okay, she is a mess. She's got oil and hyperdrive fluid and blinker fluid all over her face and hair.
Fucking blinker fluid.
Blinker fluid. You need it in space,
Yeah.
or else you just blink out of existence.
Right?
That's a quality attempt at camouflage.
I thought so.
Alright, Grease Monkey, come on.
You're sure no one followed you back, right?
Positive.
Ship doing alright?
Well, we're missing, well, not missing. We damaged the drift plug. It's an easy enough repair, but I don't have one on board.
I can get you a drift plug if you need it. A thick, stocky built woman. Did you meet I brought up before you had to quit? Okay.
No, he didn't.
I didn't meet anybody, actually.
So a
Didn't make
thick,
it into the city at all.
stocky built woman in a mechanic's outfit with a pair of goggles and a high bun will step out from one of the side rooms. She has a wrench at her side, no sidearm. Oh, actually, no, you guys gave her sidearms. She'll have a sidearm tucked into her pocket. I can get you a drift plug.
That'd be amazing. Thank you.
Is this your pilot?
Yeah.
Hi, Bretta. Nice to meet you.
I'm Raya. You too.
I'll introduce you to the crew real quick if you have a sec.
Fantastic.
She goes and introduces you around. There's a rather fancy Lashunta envoy. Lashunta being the ones with Amanda Spitz. You met Jellic, who.
That was Jellic? Okay.
Yeah, you've met Jellic, who's the shaggy-looking guy.
The one who came running.
You've met my ex-husband.
Ah, yes. Actually, I did meet you.
This is Ludvar. A very, very scarred human. Will kind of wave at you. He's missing huge chunks of his flesh that have been scarred over. And it looks like he normally wears gloves. They're tied around his waist right now. He holds his hand up to a collar he's still affixing to his throat, kind of tightening it. Nice to meet you.
You too.
And this is Corsica. And Wellis. And a rather battered, swollen but sturdy blonde human woman is going to limp out of bed, wave at you, and then make her way towards the bathroom for a long overdue pee. Nice to meet you.
And you all.
So what's the plan now? Ibretta says. You gonna go wreck some shit?
Yeah.
I'd love to.
Let's deal with the moisture collectors and then grab the hover bikes.
I like the sounds of...
What about the admin office? I kind of want to know what Sidovit's been doing.
That was set up in Madelon's, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I think it's best if we all operate as a single team.
Why don't we go do moisture collector and then go over there, because I'm thinking the more things that go wrong, the more their attention is going to be on all that stuff and not on the office.
That sounds like a good idea.
Hey, James. Would you be able to pass me a tissue, please?
There you are, good sir.
Thank you.
All right. Ibretta gives you directions on how to get to the moisture collector. It's H on the map if it hasn't already been marked. And can you please put this down directly like that? And yeah, kind of like over there. Yeah. So that everybody can see it. And can you tilt it? Basically make it flush with the camera. I know that it's really...
So farther.
Yes, come on. Yeah.
Yes.
Get it. It's the straightest thing on the show right now.
That's, fair enough.
All right, Storehouse Ruse. Where are we? Do you guys do anything else? Talk about anything else on your way out?
Maybe I'm probably just focused mostly on listening in on their comm.
Okay. And you still have one of their comms, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And you do speak fluent Azlanti, if I'm not mistaken.
I speak
Yes.
Azlanti, yeah.
Okay.
We both do.
All right. But why? So they're still flubbing about the Hopgars right now. And make me a sense motive check. You can do this at a +4 because they don't know they're being listened in on.
20 total.
Okay. As far as you can tell, you're really certain that they have no idea what's going on. They think that presently they're starting to get a little suspicious by this streak of bad luck, but it hasn't quite sent them over that edge yet into pure suspicion. They're not quite that jaded yet. Too young.
Okay.
Sorry. Yeah.
Oh, I think we still got our cover. I don't think they realize we're here yet.
They haven't missed that patrol? You mean they haven't noticed their missing patrol yet?
They're wondering about They haven't chalked it up to anything suspicious yet.
Did you wait a full 6 hours? Did you have a full rest last game?
We decided we were going to. I'm pretty sure.
I think we're just camping.
And especially with the Hobgars running around.
Then in that case, we're going to do a minor retcon and say that there is some concern.
Oh.
Because they think that one of their troops has gone wandering off in the mist.
Okay.
Because technically 2 patrols have gone missing because we killed one out in the on our way in.
But that was only a few hours ago. That was after you rested, wasn't it?
No, that was coming into town. We
okay.
killed one, like
Yeah, you're right.
in the
Yeah.
first game,
And then the second one we ambushed.
last game.
Yeah.
All right. So there is some concern that I'm gonna have to wreck on that. Sorry, it's been 2 weeks since I ran.
No worries.
All right. Well,
Well,
on
actually-
that note, maybe we should hit the office first if they're starting to get a bit suspicious.
That might be a good
Grab
idea.
info and then hit the rest of the
Because
spaces.
then after we hit the moisture farm, we're good for taking on the barracks, right?
All right. So where are we going?
Office first.
Okay. Same idea. And if you do me a favor, flip that directly over right inside on top of. Yeah, cover it up. Nobody needs to see what that looks like on the inside yet. All right, and the figures are right on the board there. So, in that case, if you're going there. Now, who here has low light vision or dark vision?
I do.
I do. You don't
I
have
don't
it?
think
I do not think I get it.
Really, Best don't get it. They're
I
lizard
bought
people.
a augment for my armor.
Oh, so you can see
So
the
I
dark.
have
I'll
dark
double
vision. 60.
We get the armor advantage. I'm not sure we can actually get anything for low light. I could be
Oh, there you are.
low light. I get low
Okay,
light.
so
yeah.
So all of you will be able to see decently well or perfectly well in the darkness. You make your way out, and are you communicating anything as you go? Catching Riot up on anything?
Yeah, probably.
I'm probably still paying most of the attention listening in.
I'll just do a quick rundown quietly and what we've done already, and so basically we ambushed 3 up by the cemetery, let the Harbgars loose, went to the storehouse, discovered that the clerk had already ambushed them.
Fantastic. So
Yeah.
now I just head into an office?
They haven't been too difficult to fight, but I think we need them in small quantities
Fair enough.
because those weapons of theirs are good.
They're kids.
They're like, what kind of kids are we talking about? Are we talking like...
Like 16-ish, brainwashed into it probably, but
That sucks.
For 16, at a halfling age, 16 is about equivalent to 10 or 11 if you're a halfling.
Oh, so that's super.
You guys, so you might actually have a moment where you think, it's just human years. You guys are like dogs. Think how elves must feel.
Weird, because I'm 24.
Yeah, you're basically 18.
Dang.
Yeah, the halflings age about a quarter to a third slower.
Okay.
So you're quite young. You're basically right out of the flight academy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
haven't got the shiny
That's why
knocked
you're
off
such
yet.
a hot shot.
Yeah.
That's why I'm such a hot shot.
Ooh, what? I just reached down and found a die in the couch cushion.
Nice.
Nice.
What a nice surprise.
Solid.
I got a 2.
Don't use that
Keep
one.
that one.
Oh, don't use that one? Okay, I'll use the one that only rolled 20s against
There you
you.
go.
No, use the one that rolls 2s.
What? All right. You make your way across, and I'm assuming you're stomping a lot? Making a lot of noise breaking tree branches?
Of course.
I will attempt to avoid that, but that may not be possible.
Okay, so some stealth rolls might be in order.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go with stealth rolls.
I wasn't sure. I don't want to assume. It's your game, too.
24.
Any bonus for the mist, or
It's night, and that's... So take a +4 overall.
Okay.
Tell me if anybody gets less than 10.
Yeah, I got 30, so.
With that +4, 27.
hey guys, where did
17.
Riot go?
Suddenly, she's on your back.
What the hell?
I've been here the whole time.
I'll walk by and I'll slap your butt.
I'll walk by and
Jesus.
slap
Wait.
the other side.
This isn't funny.
Many people.
You hear the sound of slapping over there? No, it's just the wind.
Slapping the tree's butt.
Don't do that.
This is
This is a world where that might actually have
This
come
is true.
I was
yes.
looking through the Paizo Alien Archive box. There's a lot of butt trees. And then the undead butt trees. The
Oh,
necro
no.
butts.
Necro butt trees.
Seriously? The Alien Archive pawn box is mostly just like dead things and like...
a lot of weirdly fleshy insects.
Yeah, it's really weird. They're like,
Yeah.
you know what this insect needs? Flesh.
Yeah.
Pink parts. Lots of pink.
Delicious.
It's
Oh,
ba-
boy.
And dangly bits.
yeah. Well,
High in
this is getting a little risque. It just
Not
seems,
those kind of dangly bits. I mean like tentacles and stuff like that.
I mean, is there really a difference?
it just feels like the artist had way too much pink paint laying around. He's like, oh, what? Screw it.
Same, but different.
All right.
All right, moving through the woods, or moving along the trails between the buildings, you'll see that there are a number of cadets still going around trying to do maintenance. One of them is actually in the distance. You can just see the edge through the mist of the hobgar pole. One of them has climbed up and is trying to re-rig the trap.
Wow.
And where is the hobgar pole in here?
Right.
Oh, right in the middle.
I'm sorely tempted to take a shot on that. That's probably a bad idea.
Wait, let's see how many we can let loose again.
Let them catch them all.
You make
and
your
let
way
them
down
see
toward
it.
I on the map. Madelon's private residence consists of 2 connected prefabricated modules, he said in stock dialogue, rather than just one, although there is a separate entrance to each module. One of the entrances is painted with an elaborate cityscape in gold, which I guess if you're using dark vision looks like not black. In gold. Above the words, "All are welcome before the master of the first vault," while the other has a small sign reading "Private Business." Each entrance has a keypad next to the door. The building is well maintained, but its lights are out, and it carries a general air of abandonment. Anybody who is... I'm assuming that you basically just did a quick recon around it.
Yeah.
And then I can give you that entire drop.
Sorry, I had written down here as well for Madelon's house passcode.
Yep.
Did they say which door that was?
I
for?
already gave you the passcode for the private residence.
Okay.
So, can I get a religion check off of anyone? If you have religion, make the roll. DC 10.
There is no
one.
religion.
There is-
Oh, I remember. I complained about this
culture.
last session.
Yeah.
So, give me a culture roll. DC 10. Specialty in religion. Thanks, Paizo.
And any of the trained-only skills, you can... It right in, out of the core, it says you can arbitrarily decide that anyone can roll it. If you think it's fairly
Does anybody
common.
have... What deities does everybody have? Is that even on the sheet anymore? It's not.
Yeah, it is.
But we never went through
Yeah,
them,
the-
so I never picked one.
I do
Okay.
not have one.
You'll find one before next session. Wink, wink. All right. What'd you get?
Well, a nat 20 for
All right,
one.
cool.
So,
So-
that actually ends up being 32.
So the side that has that quote on it, "All are welcome before the master of the first vault," that is an incredibly common phrase used to welcome you to a temple of Abadar. So it looks like he's converted half his house to an Abadaran chapel. Abadar, the lord of the first vault, you're here on behalf of Abadar Corp, actually, which is an extension of the god. He's the god of trade and commerce and cities,
All right.
and of
Civilization.
and colonialism, all that good
Yeah,
stuff.
that-
Ooh.
But he's actually like a nice guy. I think he's lawful neutral or something like that. He's just like, yeah, whatever, I don't care. Trade is trade. So it looks like that one looks like it's been converted into a chapel. You think that that's probably not the main door that you need to go through. What do you do?
Towards the back one. Private business. That's the one we have the passcode for.
You guys should go and see if you can get access. I'll hang back a little bit and provide overwatch. I'll move in once you got the door
It's
open.
good.
All right, let's
We
rock
use
and roll.
that.
All right. Yeah. You work your way around the side of the building, and on the other side, you come to the pass or to the key panel.
Whereabouts are we on the map right now?
So that is going to take you to. That's a great question, James. I love when you ask me great questions. Let me just flip through my notes. Okay, so that's Master of the First Temple is. So that's going to be top, basically by you.
Is this the right map?
So that corner right there is that corner right there for you.
Kelly. This
Is
says
this-
M. Garrison on this map.
Ha ha! Alright. There is no map for this one. Fooled you. You're at the wrong building. Prepare for a surprise attack.
Yeah!
Alright.
They converted it!
They have converted it, and they'll convert you soon.
It's a warehouse.
One of us.
Alright, so in that case, we're going to go into Theater of the Mind mode.
Woo!
Ooh, my favorite.
Because I don't
Okay.
have to worry about maps then.
Just brace and... ka-chunk. There we go.
Yeah.
Turn the
Minis
dial.
are inside your mind now. You know what my biggest fear is right now? I updated OBS before I started recording this episode, and I'm super terrified because you're streaming, and we know because it's on Christine's phone.
Yeah.
But I'm worried it's not auto-saving to my desktop because it forgot my it forgot my camera settings, and it's probably fine. I can always download it from Twitch later.
True.
Yeah. All right. Going around the side of the building, you go to the other door, the one that looks well used as more humble, smaller, single door personal dwelling. The keypad on the side is plainly visible. Do you enter the key?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. You press a button, and the telltale beeping and light of the keypad does not register at your fingertips. The silence in the house makes sense. You touch the keypad a couple more times. The power's been cut.
Can I figure out where from?
You can try. Can you give me an engineering check to try to figure out where the junction box might be?
22.
22. So, a quick search around the building, you can see where the power line has been cut. While you can't fix that, you do have an idea of how to do a quick auxiliary power relay.
I have a spell for that.
Oh, do you?
I do.
Damn.
You mean you have an app for that?
Exactly.
Would you like to cast that, or would you like to do it just technically?
I'll just do it technically, and
You
then
can-
if that doesn't work, I'll do the other
You
thing.
pull out a couple of wire clamps out of your kit, attach it, and as soon as you do so, over at the door, you'll see a little green dot appear on the screen. Opening. The door will open with a soft hiss. What do you do?
Dart inside.
Okay.
I'll dart with her.
Follow.
I'll flag down Crutch and
Okay.
head towards the door.
Can I get a perception check from you, Christine?
Nat 20.
You dart inside the door and stop on the crack right inside of the door frame, almost belly flopping onto the ground as you grab the side of the frame. You can see a very, very thin pressure pad has been laid directly inside of the door. You almost stepped on it in your rush and just barely caught yourself.
Damn.
It's small though.
Can I jump it?
You can try. Yeah, it's only 5 feet. You can make me an acrobatics roll or an athletics roll. I think it's acrobatics for jumping. So.
I would do acrobatics because I like that one better.
Did you? Have one.
Yeah, athletics is like a jump. Acrobatics is a flip.
19.
Yeah, you'll catch yourself. How do you get over it? Do you jump, flip, just jump to a corner?
I'll just tumble over.
Do you
That's
say,
more- that's
do you
more
say
flashy.
anything or just look flashy?
I will be flashy and be like, trying to think of wording for a quick moment. Watch your step. Tumble forward.
I will then follow.
Okay, you know what? I would like both of you to give me a sense motive to try to figure out if you get what that means. Because you're both dumb.
21.
10. Okay, so you will automatically get, yes, of course, a trap, and we'll jump over it as well.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. Give me an acrobatic, get above a 10.
That's 15.
All right, so you will just jump over. You see both of them just jump over this front step, saying, "Watch your step."
I'm going to look at the ground.
Okay, make me a perception roll.
To do 15.
It's a floor. I don't know. Like
I'm going to walk in.
I will say back.
Yeah.
There's a pressure plate.
So you start to put your foot down right as you hear that. High or low is good for you, Dork.
Watch.
There's
There's
a
a
pressure
pressure plate.
High or low is good for you.
Hi.
Well, that doesn't count. Okay. I rolled a 10 and I'm like, that doesn't really count.
Fair.
I just rolled an 11. So you are going to go,
Crutch just gets the door and like grab.
Would either of you like to try to disable it real quick?
And
Yes.
we'll back up.
Okay. You can go ahead and give me a engineering roll. I believe it's engineering. Oh, sorry. It is disable device if that's still a thing.
That is not.
Nope, it's engineering now.
All right. Well, that is over 30. So I think I got it.
you needed a 16. So you just...
I beat that on my base roll anyway.
So I'll give you one of three options: paperclip, chewing gum, or box of or tin of mints.
I'm gonna go with a tin of mints.
So you just
Done.
pry it under there so it can't move.
It's disabled.
What's going on?
There's a pressure plate under the door, but it's safe now.
I think your voice is working way better now, by the way, Mike.
I think so,
Just slightly effete, but not like...
but not painful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not killing you.
Yeah.
Just kind of try and move over it and grumble.
Any idea what it's rigged to?
Not yet. No.
Taking a quick look at it, yeah, this was a particularly nasty one. It had a localized sonic blast. So not only would it alert, it would also blow the shit out of you.
Oh, actually, big sonic blast.
Hmm.
So that would have been fun.
Thank you.
Glad I caught you in time.
Maybe once we're done here, we should see if we can remove it on the way out.
Can I remove it? Can I like disable the wiring directly to
With
it?
that engineering roll, yeah, you'll actually be able to.
Oh, okay.
So you go back in and just like snip a couple of wires, and you can reset this later if you'd like. Although it is a 5-foot pad, so you might want to leave it until you like it's time to go, and then carry it off with you then.
Yeah, just carry it around.
Because it's basically like carrying around like a trash can with you, you know. So it would make stealthing and
Yeah.
like hiding really difficult if you're like, unless you like lay on the floor with it on top of you. You know.
I become the pressure plate.
We'll just activate it and chuck it at someone we don't like.
Use
There you
it
go.
head
Yeah.
against the wall.
I just lay on the floor with it above me, and when somebody steps on me, poof, with a gun. Yeah, I'll leave it for now, but I will disable it temporarily.
All right. So stepping inside, you follow, or are you keeping watch at the door?
I'll keep. I'll keep watch at the door.
Yeah, well, I think, in which case, Crutch will just nod and he'll head inside. Yeah, I'll probably, I'm going to let these guys all take kind of lead, and I'll just kind of mill around in the midst of them.
Is there a spot I can tuck? Okay.
There is. Give me a stealth roll.
So I think these yellow dice are rather clearly trying to redeem themselves.
Not good.
You're very well hidden.
Okay. As far as I'm concerned.
In the dark, absolutely.
Yeah. Not breathing.
Not
My
breathing,
roll
yeah.
3.
That's true.
Not breathing, but glowing.
Exactly.
just standing in the middle of the field, just
I am a statue.
be
You
the
cannot
tree.
see me.
Exactly. Yeah, that's the thing. Someone might see me, but not know that I'm alive.
If a bird poops on you, that means you're winning.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's good luck.
I've heard.
Oh, boy.
The place has obviously been flipped. Bookshelves are pulled down, chairs torn apart. It looks like someone took a knife to most of the cushioned furniture. That's super loud.
Sorry.
Be quieter about eating things. Also, do you want to eat things?
Oh, I'm good.
what are those?
They're like cookie
They look little
wafers.
cookies.
Ooh, may I have one, please?
Sure.
I like that you're doing it in your character voice. You find a tin of cookies under one of the disheveled couches. Just pull a bunch out, Mike, so that you don't have to like keep making that awful noise.
Yep.
Oh, and move it closer to the camera or the mic. Yeah, that sounds
right here, right there.
ASMR.
Yes.
Exactly.
Welcome to Dork Tales ASMR channel.
Just crinkling plastic.
We're gonna do a cranial nerve examination. Now,
Okay, I almost want to do that. Like
I
have
need you
like.
to follow the light.
Can we do an ASMR
Where's the
like
Cheetos?
evening with a character? Like I could see like cooking with
girls
girls or something
there.
like that.
I've done an ASMR like
Somebody
I
have
did
a
ASMR
quarter?
to Mike and a couple of other people in the
have to
LARP.
get onions.
I did it for my technocracy reprogramming. I was like, follow the light, follow the light. Those were like ASMR techniques I stole. Because that's basically the internet. Anyway, back to role playing. So you'll find a tin of cookies and just hum. Ooh, proto chocolate.
Ooh,
Not the time.
girl, it's always the time for chocolate.
Remaining
Not when
well
you're not
nourished.
sharing.
Remaining well nourished is an important aspect of any tactical operation.
Can I get everyone to make me a perception roll who is searching the inside of this house?
I'm probably just hanging back a little bit.
Oh, hiding by the door?
Yeah, and
Then give me stealth
keeping
instead.
an eye on the comms. Stealth?
No.
18.
22.
Perception 15.
Okay, so you're hiding very well. You?
Perception.
I'm not.
So you
Natural.
glance around
It's glowing.
and you
Probably
pick up
staring at you.
Exactly.
you pick up a large crystal. It's mounted to a base. It's obviously something important. Maybe it's a pass key or something. It's obviously very important. It refracts the light of the moon as you hold it up. He's picking up a crystal paperweight. Seems very fascinated with it.
What was your roll?
A natural one.
It's probably very important. It tastes salty.
Why are you looking at paperweight?
What's a paperweight?
It's literally what it sounds like. You put it on
it-
papers to hold them
yeah.
in place.
Yeah, it's just something heavy that you put down on a piece of paper and maybe.
Generally decorative.
Yeah,
Pretty.
that's
That yeah.
This has got perfect throwing weight.
I mean, if you want to use it to throw at somebody, that'd be fantastic. I would actually love to see that.
I think it'll also make a suitable ornament for my cabin.
Either one of those is fine. Although personally, I would love it if you threw it at somebody.
Holy dude, new primary weapon.
It's got good stats.
Yep.
The rest of you glancing around, Christine, so it's just you and Mike looking around. Mike, you're going to find that there's another door that easily opens. It looks like the chapel's on the other side. There might be additional things to find there. The door's not locked and seems to be completely open. The power is... You know what? This is night. Let me do something real quick. Need percentiles. Okay.
And then blog is the second set if you ever want to use that instead. If you find those ones are rolling low.
So, the room that you're in is actually rather dark. And as you find the door to the chapel, will you open it? Or do you just try the handle?
I'll try the handle.
It's definitely unlocked.
I would like to stealth open it and just peek in.
Sure, that sounds great. With your stealth roll, we'll keep your stealth roll going from before.
Okay.
So you will stealthily open it. You are looking around the room right now. And the desk is completely wrecked. But as you glance down, you can see that there's a bunch of papers just strewn around. A shaft of light is cast across the table. And in that moment before the alarm feels in your chest, you're going to see, it looks like a report of some kind there. Besides that, there's a shaft of light that's just shot across the room from the door that you opened. It looks like the chapel's lights are on. You didn't notice from the outside, but with the power returned, I rolled, and every room in the chapel's lights were left on, which means that they probably can be seen from the outside now.
Oh shit.
Hey guys, we should get out of here like now.
I grab those papers really quick and shove them in a bag.
Okay. Are you going to check out the other one, or are you going to risk it? Checking out the chapel, or booking it?
Oh boy. I want to have a really quick look. Like, just can I see anything of anything just from the door?
From the door, I mean, it's an entire chapel, man. There's a lot to look at.
Oh,
You'd have to go in and really look around.
this place is gonna be swarming with stuff very quickly. I bet.
Maybe. I mean, the mists cover things up pretty well, and it's pretty dark out, but it's light. Hi, puppy.
Mind you, before the fog was enough to like smother gunfire and things like that. So
Let's just start turning lights out.
You can holler at me, I'll just turn the power off.
I will do that. Kill the power, please.
On it. I'll walk outside, undo what I did.
All right, we'll see if that. Let me see if that attracted any attention.
Let me know if anything comes over the comms.
I will.
And then I would like to take a quick look up by the main area of the chapel.
Moving into the chapel, you can see that it's simple. A few simple benches and an altar bearing Abadar's holy symbol of a golden key, which you can recognize really simply. It's on all of the boxes you were meant to deliver. It looks like it's been searched as well. Been completely tossed over. Some of the benches have been shattered by large hammers, blunt stomps. Make me a perception roll. Hey, bud. How you doing? You doing well? What'd you get?
I got 10.
It's not bad.
For rolling a 2. Not bad at all.
So, glancing around, you're not finding much of anything, really. It looks like they got everything out of here. What are you doing?
I'm going to keep looking through papers there and seeing
Okay.
if I can find anything that's important, shoving them into bags.
So, taking a look at the papers that you grabbed earlier, you can see that it's a report on the mining colonies.
Mm-hmm.
A quick scan lets you know that Garaya's brother and 2 nieces were injured, but are expected to make a full recovery.
That's good. She'll be happy to know that.
Do you look for anything else?
Yeah, anything done.
Okay.
Anything on that ship, I guess? Because it doesn't look like they're using this area as a headquarters or anything, so...
You'll find one piece of paper that briefly mentions it, but a quick glance at it, you can see that it's page 6 of 6 on the print queue. The majority of the report's been taken. Literally, it's one line of text that says, ship found in the northern quadrant. More reports to come. Someone was rolled in here and specifically seized any information, you think.
Okay, so it's probably all in the garrison, or went off on their other ship.
Yeah. Do you go after Raya, or do you go after Raya?
I'll go back. I'll go in and
Cool. Make me a perception roll if you're looking around there.
Sure.
Good luck.
That'll be 16.
16?
I will also go after it.
Okay, you can make a perception roll as well. So, looking around, you can see this place, looking at it, looks pretty defensible.
Okay.
I don't know Vest culture very well, but this is obviously a man's house that, and he turned it over into a chapel.
Okay.
Those of you who were raised in the colonist lifestyle, this is a complete prefab house. This is basically like the mayor's house, and he has taken more than half his house and converted it into a public space.
It's pretty admirable.
Nice guy.
Yeah, it gives you a good sense of Madelon himself.
Okay.
Yeah.
17.
17? So, looking around... Ugh. So, actually, you know what I'll have? I'll give it... You got a 16, you got a 15, or you got a 10?
I got a 10.
You got a 15?
I got 16.
16, you got a...
17.
Okay. can you do me one more favor, Christine? Because you got the high roll, you and James can both make me a mysticism or culture.
I will do culture, thank you very much.
I can make neither of those rolls.
You can try either.
Like they're both trained only. Okay.
Yeah.
I got a. Let's see. Mysticism would have been 9. The culture would have been 12.
27 for culture.
Cool. That sounds great. So,
Because I get to add a d6 to that.
so
Yeah.
Crutch looks around the room, and you find him standing in the center of the chapel, kind of looking at the symbol of Abadar. Kind of, there's something about it that just looks odd to you.
Does this thing look? You know, Crush will probably just go over and be like, "Eek," and try to like push it back to its proper position.
As he does so, you notice that the key is off. The key is at a diagonal. Normally it's straight, up and down the key.
Mm-hmm.
It's been knocked askew by the search, but as he readjusts it, your sharp Isoki ears will pick up just the slightest hollow rattle behind the altar.
I go investigate.
Moving the altar aside, you are going to find the following things. There's a niche there. You'll find a data pad.
Mm-hmm.
It's a tier 2 data pad with a number, with a lot of information on it in case you want to check it later.
Okay.
Ooh, that's fancy.
So that's a tier 2 computer.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. That's a worthy device to write down if you don't have a computer already.
Yep. So that's a tier 2 pad. You'll have to hack it to get in unless you have the passcode. A quick glance at it, it's probably Madelon's personal data pad. There's bound to be some significant information on this if you can hack into it. And with having a technomancer on your party, that's only a matter of time.
They can
Okay.
hack.
Was there anything else, or was that it?
That's it. Just that, but that's actually quite significant. You'll find out later.
Okay, no, I was just wondering because you kind of made it sound like there was more than one, so I just wanted to
Sorry,
double
there's a
check.
lot of text for that.
No worries. That's why I just wanted to double check.
Well, that's a good place to hide stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Put it back straight.
Tuck it back into my bag.
Over the comms, you can hear. Did you see something over there? I think I saw a light coming out of... That doesn't make any sense.
We got incoming, guys. We need to get out of here.
How long do we have?
I don't know. I don't know where they are.
I'm gonna check it out. Can I get maybe a squad of 3? We don't have that to spare right now. Then just send one other person. I don't want to go in alone. What are you, some kind of coward? Come on, man. Just go in.
Maybe just one?
Oh, if it's one, we're staying.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Yeah, but then they'll know. They don't actually know we're here yet.
Well, then re-rig the trap.
We could take him out and then set it on top of it.
We'll just lure him right
No,
here.
it was nothing.
No, wait, I think we're clear.
Coward.
I mean, I was gonna reset the trap anyways.
But let's just make sure we're quiet leaving here.
All right.
Sounds good.
Is there any chairs in the space?
Yeah, there are a couple of chairs in his main living area that are structurally sound enough still to do something with.
Any blankets and pillows?
Yes.
I'm going to set up a shape in a chair that makes it look like somebody's sitting there with a blanket over them.
Okay. Well,
So in the darkness, if they try and go in, that might pull them in.
make me a disguise roll.
Yep.
Because this is the first time I've ever
That's
had
an
to use a
honest
disguise.
use of it. Yeah. It's a lot more applicable in this environment.
Okay, so this is one that doesn't have to be trained. Okay, do I still add my charisma to it?
Yep. Yep.
Cool.
Or
How's that?
21.
I'm gonna make a note of this. Hold on.
About the ridiculously lifelike figure in a chair.
Yeah, I even like if it's like 4-legged chair, I even put a pillow down at the base so that behind, in front of the blanket, like have the blanket hang down and have a pillow there to make it look like there's legs there.
Can I ask you what race you're trying to make it look like? You have variety.
I think, you know what, I'm just gonna go for like a human shape. Human kind of sized. That seems to be what the majority of the colonists here are.
Cool, done. Yeah, you easily will set that up. Takes you 2 or 3 minutes.
Okay. I'll set it up like near the desk or something.
Okay.
So maybe it looks like somebody's sitting there trying to like rifle through stuff.
Yeah, that sounds perfect.
Now, would you be
I
able
am
to see that
hoping
from
this-
the door?
From the front door, yeah, absolutely.
I'm hoping that will lure somebody in over that pad.
Well, if you can reset that pad, I'll like pull out my flashlight. We can just turn this flashlight on and leave it here.
I was actually just thinking, why don't we just restore power to the house?
Well,
Can make a really big datum.
Could you do that remotely?
Well, I mean,
we'll be leaving immediately.
yeah, we'll be doing it as we leave, so we should be.
Is the house like is it connected to anywhere else? Like it's unto its own.
Okay, well, on that
Take a look
note,
at the map. It's
I will add a detail of piling some of the loose papers that I'm not taping in front of it.
We should also maybe look like the lock was crudely worked on, like maybe pry it up a little bit.
I was actually thinking of leaving the door open.
Yeah, I was thinking that as well.
Yeah. Fair enough. All right. Are we all
let's go.
heading out then?
I guess I'll have a last look around to make sure I haven't missed anything.
You're pretty sure it's picked clean.
Okay.
I will reset the trap.
Make me an engineering roll. Make me an engineering, or you can take 10.
I'll take that.
That's gonna be 28.
All right, so you will quickly manage to rework that in, taking your can of mint or your tin of mints back. You have 20 mints left.
Ooh.
That's important for later. In the fresh breath wars.
I think that's the first time I've actually used
Disguise.
Disguise.
No one ever uses disguise. It's
well,
fun.
see, I tried in various other like campaigns when ages ago when I tried playing a rogue and it never came up. Like,
Yeah, but
You always have
but in this
spells
game, I think you could use it a lot more because you like use it deceptively like that, right?
Mhm.
Or,
Yeah.
yeah,
Think
think
of all the
about
different armor you could, like the different stormtroopers you could knock out.
Yeah. True.
aren't you a little short for a stormtrooper? I think that would be the thing that would come up.
Literally, yeah.
All the time.
If you have a high enough disguise roll, nobody will ever notice.
I just like chalk
No,
stilts.
stilts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just put stilts inside the leg armor.
Wow, that stormtrooper's really good at goose stepping. Thanks.
Okay, there's totally like a hydraulic stilt system in this.
I guess I
game.
better max out my acrobatics then, right?
There you
Because
go.
I would say that would be acrobatics is balancing on stilts.
In the
armor.
grimdark future of
I
Starfinder,
would say
all inspectors are
dexterity
Inspector
and disguise
Gadget.
check.
Doodly.
Well, good thing my dex and my charisma are some of my highest
Go,
scores.
Starfinder legs.
Oh.
All right, goals.
Goals. Let's go back to role playing. Let's go back to role playing.
More like gold
I
playing.
think somebody needs to sketch that for me.
More like troll playing.
Like sketch the cutout.
Just make it like one of those little paper dolls. It just looks like an army, but you pull the paper doll part off, and it's just a rat on stilts underneath it.
Are we heading back to?
Moisture collector.
Are we going to go there before heading back?
Oh,
Yeah, let's head
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Yeah,
we're
cool.
already out on the town. We may as well.
You literally
Have
have
some fun.
nothing to drop off.
Sounds good.
I guess we have some note paper, but
And as we leave, I will flick the light switch on the main house.
And GTFO.
Yep.
A moment later, you'll hear, there it is again.
It's working.
All right, let's go.
I'll go check it out.
Stealth.
There's at least one guy heading over here.
Okay. We're on our way out.
This is awesome.
We will hug the forest to keep away from them.
Yes.
You work your way back up around the front. Heading northward. As you're going, Bullock, make me actually a little percentiles for you real quick. You'll hear some static noise over the comm. Getting out to the moisture collector, the comms aren't quite strong enough in the thick fog. A little bit of electricity arcs through the fog. This planet is weird.
I don't like this planet.
Do we hear anything from the house?
You do not. Well, shit.
I'm going to. You said I noticed some an arc of lightning.
An arc of electricity.
I'm going to get my blade out because I think it's some frickin' hobgars again. Like, did you guys see that?
See what?
I think it's those, like, electric monkeys.
Well, be as quiet as you can, because they seem to get attracted to noise.
Can I get everyone to make me a perception roll as you're moving through the mist? Do this at a -10.
A -10?
No.
Jesus.
4.
Okay.
8.
Oh, nope, sorry. 9.
9.
12.
Okay. Krista, give me perception at a -10.
4.
Negative.
Okay.
What are you two snickering about?
Just like so slowly.
Ears twitch about.
As you're crawling up toward the moisture collector, your Isoki is going to pause.
Got them.
And Blog, can you give me a will save?
Oh, no. 12.
Cool. Only 12, eh?
Yep.
Oh,
Sorry, no. I was thinking 4th edition or 5th edition. 14.
Oh, 14. Okay, that's pretty good. I'm going to roll these for... Actually, why don't you roll me percentiles for your comm?
76.
76. All right. There, you are going to hear an incredibly high-pitched noise as feedback echoes over the comm wave. You are going to get it off your head
Yeah.
before it happens, but in the process, you're going to knock it to the ground. It gets a little banged up.
Shit. Oh.
What was
You know
that?
exactly what that was as she smiles and giggles.
Did it work? Oh my god, I'm so happy.
What just happened?
We blew him up.
They set up the trap.
Sonic boom.
Oh, good.
Though
Do you think any of them survived that?
it was probably just the one.
I know, but how? I never got any. How powerful exactly was that device?
Would I have known?
It could have incapacitated a normal person. It
Yeah.
probably ruined whoever's day it was.
I highly doubt it killed them, but they're not going to have a good time.
Combat ineffective.
Combat ineffective.
Is the calm ruined?
No, it's just
Okay.
banked up.
Alright,
It just
so-
means they'll give you a percentage for like comms to get staticky now.
Cool. If we do get the chance to recover another one from somebody.
Yeah, totally. You make your way over toward the moisture collector. The moisture collector in Madelon's Landing stands on the northeastern edge of the settlement. The device is a metal spire. Flippity dippity.
Oh, wait.
Flippity dippity. You might as well just like get rid of the bottom one. Just put it on the floor.
Bye, man.
The device is a metal spire adorned with several wide flanges, similar in shape to satellite dishes, and 4 large plastic tubs for water collection sit at its base. Thick plastic tubes connect the flange and the tubs. Which angle are you approaching from?
I would
We were
imagine.
here,
Well, what are these buildings
and
around?
we're hugging the forest.
Do we know?
I think there's.
We'd probably be
there's
coming up
houses.
from this direction right here.
I'll just double check my tiny map. So you're at H. That's just another house.
Yeah, we're coming up from this direction.
All right. So, what do you do?
I want to do a quick surveillance recon.
Okay. Go ahead. You can make me a perception roll.
I guess stealthy perception.
While he's doing that, I'm going to hang back in the woods and try to find some place where I've got a good view on everything without having to creep forward.
That sounds great. Why don't you go ahead and make me a stealth roll?
26 for perception.
26. Damn. Krista, given what you've heard about this before, can you make me a mysticism check?
Sure.
7 on that check, by the way.
7? You can have +4 because of the fog and stuff.
Okay, 11.
All right, that sounds good. What are you two doing?
I am also going to like stealthy
You
perception-y.
can give me a perception roll as well, Blog.
I'm gonna stay in the bushes for a little bit and just take a look.
18.
So perception or stealth?
If you're hiding. So Krista,
For the moment, yeah.
as they're approaching, you start thinking back to some of the stories you've heard about this. It's water collection, acting funny, haunted. If it was a ghost or something, your knowledge of mysticism seems to imply that it would probably taint the water.
Mm-hmm.
If the water's acting funny, the water is probably acting funny, if you get my drift.
Okay.
You're thinking this has something to do, maybe an elemental?
Interesting. Okay.
Something like that. That seems like the most obvious thing that wouldn't pollute the water and could be used as an interesting, clever guard dog.
True.
Both of you, as you're going around,
Would that? I guess that wouldn't register in detect magic, would it?
no, it would not. As the two of you move around, you'll see that there's something lurking in one of the tubs. Kind of a shadowy, liquidy shape.
Profession Xenoseeker?
Okay. You can make me a... do you have mysticism?
No, but I've got Profession Xenoseeker.
All right.
Can I roll that?
Yes, you can. It'll just be a higher difficulty. Okay.
That would be 27.
Okay. What do you do when you see this? You think it's some type of water creature. Maybe an elemental? Do you squint and look down?
Yeah.
I need initiative.
Oh, shit.
All right. So what I have right now is both of you right next to the water collector. I have Krista standing a bit further back.
Which tub?
It is tub number closest to the camera. Yeah. Ooh, and that reminds me, I have a new friend for you to put out. No, that's a Hobgar. No, that's a robot. Here we go.
And where are you, Hal?
I was kind of back in the bushes a bit more, so
Okay.
just
I didn't know where
keeping
you
an eye
wanted to
out.
be.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty good spot.
Okay.
Show it to the camera, Mike.
Ooh. We got a little water elemental guy.
All right,
Or
roll initiative,
neutral.
everybody.
We got a little water elemental. Elemental
13.
neutral.
21 for me.
19.
Where's the initiative mod in this one?
Should be up by the top.
Top right corner.
Total is 5, so that's 24.
Krista?
12.
Okay, 19 is James.
Oh, I got 13.
Oh, 13. Who got a 19?
I did.
Okay, that was...
I wish I could get that.
Elemental gets that.
It's
12 and what?
12.
And 13?
13. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't start fights, I finish them.
Exactly. Lady doesn't start a fight. But she
All
can.
right. So, glancing down, you'll see something there. And Mike, it's actually, I'm going to call a surprise round flat-footed because you don't probably expect it to attack.
Fair enough.
Does that sound fair?
That sounds fair.
Okay, so I'm going to do a starter round against you. You're going to be denied your dexterity to your armor class.
For just this...
Just this one hit.
Okay.
And then... What is that? Ooh. On anyone who is tampered or whoever is closest. That's Mike. Mike, I have a 24.
Yeah.
All right. So this is what's going to happen. So looking around, you're going to be kind of casing out the place. Over in the bushes, you'll be watching as they do a quick perimeter sweep, moving in a full circle to come up to each other as your android looks on at a distance, analyzing it with its cyber eyes. Cyber eyes. And then all of a sudden, both of your I'll knock everything over. It's all over.
Surprise round.
Surprise round. I got a surprise round against myself.
Roll initiative.
I did. I kicked your ass. Your shortlings will pause, glance down into a bucket. Suddenly, something's going to slosh out of the bucket, grab your halfling by the throat, and throw her into the air. You're going to take 9 bashing damage.
Jesus.
As this water wraps around your face and hurls you into the air.
So that's stamina, right?
That's stamina. Yeah. All right, now we are in combat. Mike, you're...
Until you're out of stamina, and then it goes towards your hit points.
Yeah, then it goes towards your hit points.
I had 8 stamina.
So you're at -1 hit point. So you're going to hit the ground with a sickening thud. And, ooh, hey, Mike.
Yes.
Starting with your head, roll a d8.
Starting with my head, roll a d8.
1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. Roll a d8.
That's a 1.
Cool, you're going to crank your head on a rock as you land.
Oh, Jesus.
And you've got this big gash across your forehead that's bleeding into your eye.
Another 1.
Another one. All right, Mike, what do you do? You're on the ground about 5 feet away from this thing.
It's not. She's not still in water, right? It's just the water threw her up and on the rock. Okay.
Yeah. It's a slam.
Okay.
Welcome to the jam. The water rises up and forms the shape roughly humanoid that sloshes your direction. Hold on.
Okay, that sounded like it was kind of trying to be alluring.
I cannot wait to run masks for you. I have a super villainess named the Cougar.
Oh,
That's a segue, but it's gonna be great.
Hilarious.
All right, what do you do? It sloshes at you. Does anyone here speak Aquan?
No.
Okay.
Talk about a specific language.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. There's an entire elemental plane of water.
I don't think I ever actually defined what my languages were. But it definitely was
I
one
haven't
of them, but I'll think about it.
You should do that for sure.
Yeah, I know. I only get 2.
What do you do?
I have no idea how to fight one of these.
I think I did common.
So I'm probably just gonna take out my gun and shoot it.
That
Yeah,
sounds
you are.
Great.
Because, what else do you do after you've been slammed into a rock other than be like... So I will take aim and I will shoot.
All right, go ahead and make me an attack roll.
What do I add to attack ones? Look at that right here, range attack.
You're at a -10.
I had a -10.
No, I don't know. Do you?
No, I had a +5, so I get 14.
You get 14?
Yeah.
14 versus... And is that kinetic or energy? Actually, it doesn't matter. That hits.
Oh, okay. And that's with just a pistol, so.
All right, so go ahead and roll me damage.
And that's just 1d6.
And is that a tactical pistol?
Yeah. Okay. That's one piercing.
All right. So you will fire, and a bit of water is going to splash up against the water collector as he goes. And Christine. What do you do?
It's really bad. I can never think of quippy things to say to use the not in the face improvisation.
Mm-hmm.
So, well,
Don't get me wet. Don't get my hair wet.
sure.
Don't get my fur wet.
Water. As a move action, so the enemy has to make a will save.
I always want to be like, only I get to do that to the halfling.
Right.
What, Captain? You're afraid of a bath?
I pass.
Damn. Okay.
Only I get to do
Well,
that to
I'm
the
gonna shoot it.
halfling.
Nope, I don't shoot it. The dice falls down at this point.
Naturally.
All right. So
Not quite.
you fire into it, but it passes right through where it used to be. This thing is slippery. And Blog.
Ooh,
You see they're fighting something that looks amorphous. It's some type of blob, or they're splashing around in the water. It's really hard to tell at your angle.
All right, I'm gonna move forward to try and get as close to them as I can. 30 feet, so...
So 5, 10, 15.
I think diagonals are double in...
Every second one is double.
Oh, every second one, okay.
Yeah. So
If it's like normal.
So
5, 15,
15.
20, 30.
Okay. And as I'm doing that, I'm going to do the blade in one hand and take out my pistol and fire my laser pistol at it.
All right.
Don't think laser pistol's going to do too much, but...
I don't know. It's fire damage.
So energy 15.
15 is a hit.
Yay!
Sorry, I was looking up one of its abilities that isn't defined in the module, and it was confusing.
Okay.
Fair enough.
2 fire damage.
2 fire
I
damage?
don't know if that'll do much to it, but...
What
the hell is that?
Ooh. Nice. You're going to fire your laser pistol into it, and there's a puff of steam that comes out of it. It doesn't look like it was affected at all. In fact, it looks kind of giddy, dances around, and it's going to try to grab Christine and pull her into the water. Oh, you know what? I have water mastery.
Oh, I'm one towards graviton.
Okay, sounds good. It is going to take a 5-foot step, pulling all of the water in the tub out with it, and it's going to move 5 feet between both of you, dousing you all in water. Or dousing you both in water. It's going to flood out of the basin and up around your ankles, up your clothing. It's in your ears, and I need you both to make me a dex save. I believe it's a dex save anyway.
So is that reflex?
Yes, sorry.
So I add that too, right?
18.
18?
Like my dex or just my modifier? Oh,
No, you
dex. Reflex.
So 7.
7, 8, 9.
9 total?
Yeah.
Sorry,
I rolled
Mike.
a 2.
Sorry, Mike.
I
I rolled a 1, so that helps. Mike, you are going to take 6 more points of bashing damage. The water is going to flow out around you, and then suddenly the entire column of water is going to swirl and become a whirlpool that sucks you into the tub. You are going to be moved 10 feet into the tub and are going to get pulled under and just start... Basically, it's the pressure from that whirlpool and bashing around the sides of the tub that's going to give you that damage. You manage to step away from it just in time. And now we are at James.
Okay, now I can't quite tell because of my position. Do I have any sort of clear eyesight on this thing?
Yes, you do, because Mike has just been pulled underwater.
Okay, in which case, I'm just going to put 2... I'm going to try to put 2 rounds through it.
That sounds great. Before you do that, real quick, I have partial cover, so I have a +2 AC at this angle.
Okay, in which case I'll probably just fire the once then.
Okay.
Go for better quality.
That sounds good.
So, ka-chunk.
Is this kinetic?
Yes. Although I'm
Okay.
pretty sure it's going to miss. It's
Okay.
only going to be an 8.
All right, yeah, that's going to miss.
Yeah.
So your shot goes wide and actually is going to slam into the building on the other side.
Okay.
All right, Krista.
She's underwater now, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Raya is underwater.
I am not having a riot.
No, you are. Just not the kind you thought you were going to.
I'm not having an enjoyable riot.
And
Under the sea.
just to be clear, when you say it's bashing damage, if that affects hit
Or
points...
bludgeoning.
Bludgeoning? Okay, got it.
The bee.
Yeah.
It's bee damage. All the bees are dead.
Bees?
No!
No,
Bee.
not bees.
But why not be?
Oh, wait, there's a
I will
take
put her
E
in a
back. I
bubble.
should have done that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I get a
I
bubble.
think-
You're in a bubble.
I'm in a bubble.
What does
She's
that
in
do?
a bubble.
Do you have to
she
do
can
it?
breathe.
Is that a touch spell?
No.
All right, so you'll suddenly have air.
Yay!
And it is your round.
I would like to... How tall is this tub?
The tub is about the size of like a double-sided bathtub. I think. Yeah, it's about the size of like a jacuzzi tub,
Okay, so
like
I'd be
an
able to get
outdoor,
out.
like a sauna tub.
So a kiddie pool for you.
Oh no, this is like one of those like above ground pools for her.
So it's So I just want to get out of it.
Yeah.
And,
So you can move it as rough terrain, basically.
okay.
So it takes double movement.
Okay.
And my bubble does not help that.
And
I will move back to here
can you
and then move there.
actually, if I'm doing vortex,
Oh, I'd also like to move. Sorry, I should have moved my last turn. I wanted to move over here.
vortex is 5 feet at the bottom of the rules within heights. 1 moment. See, they add the vortex ability, but they don't give the what the hell it does. Can create a whirlpool at the same direction. This functions identically to whirlwind attack, but it doesn't. But it does.
Maybe it's whirlwind, just like the.
I'm checking right now.
Where's no taking? Okay.
Yes, hold that for a moment. Did it count?
Okay.
Ew.
That's revolting.
All right. So you. Oh, so the way this works is that you have to make another dex save to escape, or
Oh,
reflex save.
a reflex save. Okay.
So you do that every round to try to escape the whirlwind. And then technically the elemental is like part of the whirlwind as well. So its tail is forming this vortex in the water.
Oh, okay. So that's going to be
24.
24.
You needed a 10, so that's great.
Okay,
Okay,
so
so
I will go out to there, and then
You'll
I'd like to
pull-
shoot it.
Yeah, you pull yourself out the side, grabbing onto the basin, and just fire a shot into it.
Pretty much.
All right, so I'm actually going to give you a +2 on this because you're firing up into it.
Thanks, being little.
I mean, and you being basically on the ground under it.
Yeah. So that's a 15 plus.
That's a hit.
That yeah.
Roll me damage.
That's a 1.
That's hey. All right, Christine, what do you do?
Now I think I saw you use laser and not work very well.
Yep.
So I guess I'm right next to it, so I will attempt my knife.
Okay.
See if that does anything.
My D6 is in jail.
We need dice jails.
16?
16 is a hit. You rush forward, brandishing your knife.
2 damage!
Hey, you're the big damage dealer. This one. You
Yeah.
slash through, chopping off one of its watery tendrils that splashes on the ground with a. Blog.
This is a building,
Yes.
You could try to jump that with an acrobatics check.
or jumping is athletics?
Acrobatics
We
to
were
tumble
doing
over
acrobatics.
spaces.
To tumble over, yeah. Sorry, you said jump.
Well, tomato.
Same but different.
Same but different.
Sure, I will try to do that.
In case you want, you can also just put it on the table. I wasn't sure if you wanted specific.
What do I need to do that? I got a 12.
That is, you can do it.
Sweet.
So
you
you'll
can
jump
go
that.
So 5, 10, 15.
Would acrobatics or athletics work better for you on that?
Oh, athletics would have been better, but
Yeah, use athletics then. It's fine.
okay. 25.
Sorry, I was trying to look up just a rules thing,
Oh, yeah.
but I've got it. But I just came clear.
Is there space on the other side?
There is. It's
Not
imaginary.
on the map. Yep.
I only had so much printing ability.
I'll go there and try and attack it.
All right, go ahead and give me an attack roll.
Nope.
All right, can you roll to confirm that? Was that a 13?
18.
Cool. All right, so you will. Is this a shot or is this your
Oh,
sword?
this is the sword. Yeah.
So you. What do you do?
I just go to slash at it.
And you slice right through it. In fact, it goes. It reforms around your blade. It basically jumps you at the midsection. So you slash forward. It leaps up from the center. All right, now it's Ellie's turn. Ellie the Elemental. What's your armor class?
Kinetic?
Yeah. Oh, actually, no. This is Yeah, this is kinetic.
15.
All right. Blog, you'll see. And then you're going to take 7 points of damage to the face. As it it winds up and clobbers you under the jaw, lifting you a good inch off the ground.
Can I say something at this point? Like out of...
Yeah.
Oi, nobody sasses my crew but me.
James.
That was super sassy. Yeah.
I'm just going to keep putting rounds into this thing.
All right.
Sooner or later, something will make contact.
That's a hit?
That's going to be a hit, yep. So that's going to be 1d8 cold damage. Cold piercing damage. So that's going to be...
So cold specifically?
Yeah. It's
Okay.
a hail cannon. A sub-zero hail cannon.
Ooh, nice.
So that's going to be 2 damage.
And that doesn't target an area, it just targets him?
Yeah.
Or it, I guess?
Yeah. I do have full auto, so I can target everything in a zone if I want to.
Prefer not to in this case.
Yeah.
You should.
Well, I can't turn it off my friends. It has to hit everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So.
You'll fire a couple of rounds into it, and you'll see bits of its body crystallize and smash on the ground.
Okay.
Bits of ice land in your hair. And Krista.
No one is encased in it anymore, are they?
No.
Okay. I'm gonna take a step towards it, and I'm going to cast Jolting Surge.
Okay, I get an attack of opportunity because
You
you're
do
casting.
not.
Oh, I do not.
It specifically says in the spell that I
Fantastic.
do not get casting the spell does not provoke an attack of opportunity.
Okay. That's good.
So now this so the wording of the spell is you touch a target with a device you're holding that uses electricity.
Right.
I assume that's me. Because I am using electricity. Or I don't know. I'm sure I have something on me.
You have a data pad, right?
Perfect.
Would you?
I maybe, I don't know. I haven't written one down. I have a flashlight.
That uses
That's
electricity.
Ta-da! Okay.
Or your laser pistol would work.
That's
too.
true. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I poke them.
But don't assume that like androids don't automatically use electricity. They use nanites, which
Right.
is mystical super energy.
Perfect. Cool.
Not a robot.
It hits EAC of 14.
That is a hit.
Hooray! So I do 4d6 electric damage.
Ooh, yeah,
Yeah.
that's got some punch to it.
Oh, unless I roll for garbage.
not
8, 10. Electric damage.
Considering 2 1s, a 2, and a 2.
Yeah.
It's going to scream out in watery fury as you make contact with your flashlight, and it erupts in an arc of electricity. Mike, what do you do? This thing lights up like a Life Day tree in front of you.
I'm gonna try and shoot it again.
Alright, go ahead and make me a roll.
And that's going to be 9.
9 to hit.
Yeah.
You fire up, blinded by this and your head wound.
Blinded by the light.
Christine, you're up.
I'm gonna slash at it with my knife again.
Slashy.
19.
That's a hit.
Two.
Blog.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want
You adding your strength
to
to that?
scooch forward a little
Do
bit
I?
just so you're a bit
Yeah.
more visible in the camera?
Oh, I don't have strength, so never mind.
Okay. Is it negative or is it just
It's
flat?
just a 0.
Okay. So you'll slash into it, cutting it again. It's looking very, as much as water can look ragged, this looks kind of frothy and thin.
Mm-hmm.
You think that it's getting close to death. Blog, what do you do?
I'm gonna try and stab it again.
Stabby.
Botch.
Freaking stupid thing punched me in the face.
Bruh.
Did you botch?
Yes.
My magical botching powers! And confirm the botch.
14.
Okay, that's it. So you will wildly move out of the way, and once again, it leaps over your blade. And
Bitch!
it's actually going to hiss
What
around.
did I say?
And Krista, is your armor class 16 or less?
Sure aren't.
Is that a hit?
It's 12. It's 12.
Oh, okay, that sounds great.
That sounds like a hit.
That sounds like, Krista, it's going to spin around, and just in this whirlwind of water is going to start just at your face.
Yep.
Just hit after hit after hit. You're going to take an entire 8 points of bludgeoning damage
Cool. Oh.
as you're basically pressured. It's, you know what, it's pure pressure.
Yeah.
or it's... I got nothing.
It's peer pressure, like P-I-E-R.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I mean, I was
like,
more
really?
fun
You went there?
James.
Well played.
It's been working so far. Shoot it.
That's a hit.
That's a
roll
hit.
Damage. Don't roll 1. Hey.
That is 7 cold and piercing damage.
It hisses and slaps at your face. You can feel it starting to like rip through some of the outer enamel of that is your flesh, and suddenly you're cold as an eruption of frost and steam and shattering ice in front of you, and it goes dead and silent on the ground, it collapsing into a handful of ice cubes.
And Snowmageddon?
Yeah.
Just like regular ice cubes.
No, those fancy kind with the holes in the middle.
I'm gonna pick one up and pop it in my mouth.
Okay, I need a possession roll. Mike, can you make me a will save?
That's 19.
19?
Yeah.
You can feel that it kind of like your cheek puffs out for a second, and it's kind of like. Have you ever seen those videos of people eating live octopi? Basically, it's one of those. Like you have this squirming ice cube in your mouth.
You
I'm
know,
just gonna go.
And
if it vortexes your stomach acid, like end of the world.
there's a joke about colon cleansing here. You just waterboarded yourself. So yeah, it'll struggle the way down and then die. Congratulations, you ate a water elemental. Water elemental.
That's metal.
All right, then.
I'll start kicking at the mud.
So, Crutch will come. Are you guys okay?
Expert shooting, sir.
Yeah,
You'll
I'm fine.
probably come up just as I pop the ice cube into my mouth.
No, even Crutch isn't that stupid.
So what's it taste like?
It tastes like victory and a lot of and also a lot of pain.
Yeah, in fact, that got in one of your, it cracked one of your teeth, and that ice cube's gonna go right down that nerve. It's its final revenge as it does.
Hashtag worth it.
Wipe off some internal liquid, whatever it is androids have.
Blood.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I guess they are actually like properly
You're
humanoid.
not a robot.
That's true.
Just every time you say something like that, I just picture not a doctor, but not a robot.
Perfect.
So looking down at that mysticism roll you did before, this is actually a really inventive way of keeping tabs on the water supply.
Mm-hmm.
Hiring a water elemental to guard dog it.
Am I presuming that it's the Azlanti that have done this?
The Azlanti have had no problems acquiring water, as far as you understand.
Oh,
Only
okay.
settlers have called this a haunted watering hole.
Gotcha. Cool. That makes sense then.
You'll easily be able to put that much together.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Well, I'll give it to the Azlanti. They're all quite clever.
Well, perhaps one of them is.
Oh, true. That's all you need, though.
Is there anything we need to... we're not sabotaging this thing, are we?
No.
You spend inspiration to get... Is it inspiration to get your stamina back?
Resolve.
Resolve.
Points.
Yeah.
And that gives you all of your stamina back?
Yep. One point of resolve gives you all of your stamina.
Oh, wait, I should have...
Oh,
but
for
not
hit points?
No, so not hit points, but your stamina points.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, so you still keep your hit points.
I'm gonna do that.
Your resolve.
So you spend one resolve and you get your stamina.
Correct.
Okay, I'm gonna do that. Because I have...
I think you normally have to do that, combine that with, a 10-minute rest, I think?
Are you going to just rest out here?
I think we'll retreat back into the woods just in case anyone's coming after us.
Yeah.
We did just
Keep-
cause...
and watch and see if anyone comes around the
Yeah.
water.
Sure.
So hiding in the woods, you wait and watch for a moment. And sure enough, a silhouetted figure comes into view. It's halfling-sized. You watch for a moment, realize that it's not a halfling. It's a young girl, maybe 7 years old. She looks both ways, fervently, nervously, and then begins to fill a jug. She fills it and scurries back toward one of the houses.
Which house? Like a house close by? We see which one she goes in?
Yeah.
Okay.
Please tell me it wasn't the one I shot.
No, it was the one next door. Okay. No one's alive in that house anymore.
Okay. Wait.
Anymore.
No, cholera. It's fine.
You actually put the last one out of their misery, so.
My only regret is that I wasn't shot with frost bullets while they had cholera. Oh, wait.
No
No regrets,
weirdly
well.
specific.
In the grim dark future, every request for death is specific.
Is weirdly specific.
I'm gonna write that down for later.
Yeah, that's a heck of a quote.
Should we go see if there's anyone else in that house?
I think we should just go back.
If there's a little child in there, she's not involved in this.
Yeah, we can probably just
let's
leave
keep the fight
her
to us.
doing her own thing.
We're choosing to do this. Let's get back to the
Also,
to
to
the
have been
hideout.
vetted by the other resistance, who knows? Maybe they're cooperating.
Also, the last thing we need is a young girl getting scared of somebody who appears at her door and screaming.
Are there any like buckets or flasks or anything here?
No, not nearby.
All right, head back to the hideout then.
Can I get everybody to make me a perception roll?
Heading back quietly. Perception?
Yep.
19.
23.
17.
Also 23.
Go 17s. We get all doubles.
I'm the odd one out.
Yeah.
You always are.
Well, I mean,
Well, being odd is better, so. nothing
Sorry,
like
just
that.
pulling up something real quick.
I don't know. Sometimes getting even is even better.
True. Very true. But getting even in an odd way is the best. Because then they're not expecting it.
Springing their own trap on themselves.
Exactly.
Priceless.
So I feel like I'll have to get a new post now for Instagram for dice shaming
Yes.
because I've run with the yellow one for a bit and they've been rolling a lot better this time.
Nice.
I think they've gotten the message.
This one is now in dice
I
shaming.
don't believe in dice shaming.
I believe in dice shaming.
I don't. I have GM's dice. Like they will serve.
Wait,
They will betray.
does that mean you cheat on this side of the table too?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Only when there's a
Ooh.
screen in the way.
Yeah. Stop looking across my screen.
What?
What?
It's kind of hard,
I'm
not to. It's
looking
very,
over at Christine. I'm making a point not to look at that.
Stop looking at Christine.
I am very careful to
Straight
only
your
look at the
sheet,
back
nowhere
of your
else.
screen, not down.
Crutch has learned focus.
It's not effective.
It is not very effective.
Oh, damn, I actually don't have something to represent this, so we're going to use this. I accidentally grabbed out of the bin. I was trying to grab, like, a little, like, robot, and I ended up grabbing one of these skittermanders. I wonder,
That is
like, the cutest thing ever.
weirdly adorable and it's got like a flaming blue sword.
I know! It's cute and deadly!
Oh,
I
those
think
things. Yeah,
those are the most
they're
fun.
actually a
You know what
playable
it kind
race.
of makes me think of? It kind of looks a bit like a Digimon.
It looks like
Yes.
Stitch.
It's not like a Pokemon. It looks more like the Digimon.
Yeah,
It's
it's
got a spikier sort of look.
Digimon.
still
Digimon
adorable.
Actually-
monsters.
I believe, and this might be wrong, when the Vesk invaded their homeworld, they were like, here, let's help. And they were basically like, how do we help you? They're apparently like really, really docilely, like crazy helpful. And they were just like, oh, you want to conquer us? Here, just take all our stuff. They're just like that kind of weird helpful. So the Vesk apparently invaded their homeworld and
It made them badass warriors.
took over like that.
But it looks
It
like
is
should
what we
be-
do.
It looks like it should be a plushie.
Yeah.
So, Paizo, if you ever end up watching this, pro tip, make it a plushie. People
Yeah.
will buy it.
Skittermander plushie.
I doubt you'll ever
It
watch
looks like
this,
it's
but
a
just in
Solarium
case.
as well.
All right.
I mean, we could just
We
get somebody
are
on Etsy
having
to
a
do it.
good time.
That's true.
Hell
Who's
yeah.
this? Who's posting?
I think it was
That
Winter
looks like
Court.
winter.
Oh, what's Winter have to say for herself?
What do you have to say for yourself?
Hope you guys are having a good time.
No.
Unacceptable.
Yeah, like, why would you wish us that, Winter, honestly?
You know we
Obviously,
like having
we're
an awful
never
time.
having
Right.
a good time.
So you're actually going to be passing down through there. I'm going to say that's the easiest way. Yeah, right about there. Yeah, put yourself basically center of the map. Move up. Actually, you know what? What am I doing? Put yourselves right around here. That's
Stealthily.
oh yes, very stealthily.
I'm being stealthy.
I'm always stealthy because I'm literally 3 feet tall and weigh 30 pounds.
All right. What did
I can
everybody
move
get?
with the intention still.
What did everybody get on their stealth rolls?
Or perception?
Perception roll. Sorry.
We got 23.
Oh, I got 19.
Okay.
17.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. All of you are going to hear a sound coming through the mist. A slight.
Gone up.
You won't be surprised by this coming inside. Let's see.
Gun up, punk.
I am not a punk. I am a Vesk.
She was talking to me.
Glancing around,
Yeah, you know it.
you can hear the sound of whirring propellers. No. Internal arc engines. Like drones.
Take cover.
And as you're looking,
I dodge behind you.
as you're looking around and up, one of the grab one of these. All right, one of them is gonna go right there, and one of them's gonna go right there. Actually, Mike, can you move one back to there because it's gonna be out of reach because they're flying. I'm gonna show you a picture of what this is.
A drone.
Yeah, a drone that looks like a smaller version of what you fought in your ship. Zips out of the fog overhead, and I need initiative off of everybody.
17.
Let's get some dice. Okay. What is my initiative bonus? Let's find out.
Negative 10.
I think you're wrong. I don't know why, but I think you're wrong.
No, I'm always correct.
Alright, let's roll it. I'm gonna roll green and red. That's the easy way to do this. Holy crap. Alright, anybody get above 20?
Yes.
What'd you get?
24.
21.
Anybody get above, get 20? All right. 19, 18, 17, 16.
17.
Okay. What'd you get?
6.
13.
Okay.
No, you finish fights.
Mm-hmm. Pew pew.
All right.
Yeah.
These things zip overhead, locking down, and as they come into view, they will scan each of you quickly with an infrared laser that tracks your body over like it's scanning groceries. Just that quick. Identified. You'll hear in Azlanti.
Oh.
And now we are entering
Does
blog. You are up.
And how high up are they?
They are. Oh, that's kind of cool. Can't be disarmed. They are 30 feet in the air. There we go. Sorry, they didn't give me the stats.
Yeah, no worries. And us being stealthy didn't help. Damn.
No, I rolled really well on my perception.
I didn't even get to roll my stealth.
I know, right? It's almost like you got into a firefight on the edge of town and they were already flying by. And I roll percentiles for you like 10 times.
All right, you know what? I'm just gonna go over there and fire at it.
All right.
And take out the blade.
Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to refer to the one with the clear base as number 2 and the one with the black base as number 1. In fact, to make life easier for you, let's put that on the black base. Okay, so yellow and clear.
Cool.
Or yellow and white.
Graviton mode. And 9!
You will fire off into the air, missing it closely. It just skims over the side and is, let's see, oh, you guys are clustered. Cool. All right, so I need some help with this. So that's...
Are we going to roll our own damage?
No.
So...
No.
Oh, come on, tell me how to do this. How do you use a grenade, James?
So a grenade is targeted either on a corner of a hex or on a specific hex. Not hex. Square or corner of a grid.
Okay, it is specifically going to pick the one
I'm just going to move people so they're actually sitting where they need to be. So.
Cool.
I imagine like that.
Yeah. So I'm gonna put it on that corner right there because that hits the most people.
Okay. Now, just so you know, if you do put it on the corner of a grid, it tends to scatter a little bit farther if you miss.
Well, this is a sticky bomb, so I don't think that matters in this case.
Well, if you miss, it's going to land in a different corner.
And how do I have to roll this?
So now you do an attack roll. I think it's DC 15 off the top of my head.
Well, that's an 18.
18, so it's going to land exactly where you want it.
All right, so the first one fires a bolt or fires down into the ground, and I believe that's a dex save off of all.
So reflex.
Yeah, sorry, reflex save off of everybody except for Mike and Krista. Or no, pardon me, Mike and Chris. All right.
17.
Oh, I'm sorry. This includes Mike as well. It's a 10-foot blow up.
Ooh, that's a big blast.
Yeah. So, Mike, I need you to roll me a dex save or a reflex save. What'd you get?
17.
Nat 1. All right.
You want me to
I think you have to roll to
confirm that one?
Oh, no, you can't botch.
Nope, you can't botch a reflex save. James, what'd you get?
8.
All right. So what I'm going to do is roll separately for each of you because that is more generous. Okay. And Krista, what'd you get?
19.
19, so you're fine. So first off, Mike, you are going to be entangled for... do you want me to tell you or should I keep it a secret?
Just keep it a secret.
Okay. And James, you were entangled. The grenade hits the ground, pulses for half a second, then explodes with a web of sticky goo that covers your frame, immobilizing you. So that is going to give you the entangled condition. You're going to move at half speed, cannot run, charge, take a -2 on AC, attack rolls, reflex save, initiative checks, and dex-based skills and ability checks.
Damn.
Okay.
So with that actually means that number 2 is going to go before you, James, because its initiative now goes up above you by 1. It is going to fire another one of these right... okay, I have 2 of these. This is way better than the other one. It's going to fire one right here, which is going to make you take 1, and James, you can't be double entangled. But Krista, you will have to make another save, and so will Christine.
You have to hit roll.
Oh, yes. Yep.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Oh, not that one.
I rolled an 18, so
What'd you get?
I add 7 to it, so I don't think I need to worry
And
about
Chris?
this.
Hi, buddy.
Did
You
you
guys
get
are infecting each other's dice here, I think.
They're his dice.
Blog, do you want a set of dice? Do you want a set? Do you want my nuclear cancer dice?
I also have.
I'm
3
kind of
sets.
interested just to see what nuclear cancer dice look
I am
like.
also curious what these look like.
Hold on.
Oh, these are the ones that
Yeah, these ones glow in the dark.
the radium ones.
Yeah.
All right. You know what? I'm gonna try.
Not made with
There you
actual
go.
radium.
You don't know that.
True.
All right.
Oh, those aren't as interesting as I thought they would.
So
be.
these explode with. We'll hit the lights and you'll see. But you're going to it erupts in this translucent, sticky liquid that coats you from head to toe. The rat is just going to be dodging through these streams of.
Matrixing of shit.
And you were hiding behind me too, right?
Yeah.
I'm a rat.
Left shield.
So yeah.
All right. So that's going to explode over you, James. You're up.
All right. So you said I can move half speed with this.
You can move half speed. Yes.
All right. That's going to be enough for me to get across this path here and get into the bushes, so I at least have some cover from these things. And then I'm going to turn and open fire with the cannon. So I'm going to pick on. I'll pick on yellow because
Yellow. All right. You're at a -2 on your attack.
That's okay. That is going to be 9. So it's gonna miss.
All right. You fire up into the darkness of the sky.
Ka-chunk.
Mike, what do you do? What does Raya do?
Oh, I should have fired twice.
I'm going to jump into the bushes over here,
Okay.
and I'm going to take a shot at Clear.
Okay.
Clear.
Is there any way to remove the entangled condition?
It lasts until it stops.
Fuck. So that is a 15.
15. Is that kinetic or is that energy?
Kinetic.
And did you remember the -2?
That's 13.
That is a miss. You fire up into the sky, but as you do, the sticky web pulls your arm down, and you can see it graze by its steely hull, just barely missing it. All right, Krista.
Hi. I guess I'll try to hit it with my laser.
Don't forget to charge it. I'm in charge of Malaysia.
Exactly.
I really wish I had some combat music, like dun 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 dun.
You want me to put some on in the background?
15
No,
or 13 doesn't hit.
13 does not hit. Remember to subtract 2 off of all of your rolls. It would be too tinny. We tried it with generic. Christine.
Oh yeah, we did.
I'm working on a workaround though.
I want to tumble forward into the bushes on the side there and shoot yellow.
All right, go ahead.
So I guess if you can move me,
Right here?
no, up to the top
Here?
of the map
Here.
and away from the person.
Huh.
No, this way, towards you, Mike. Yeah.
Right there?
Here, do you want to?
Okay.
By the way, if anybody wants to pick
Right
these
there.
up, they're at the dollar store for $1.25. They're super helpful.
Whoa, this one does not. What the?
Did you? Wow, you're too strong. There you go. You owe me a laser pointer. Wow, how'd you?
You owe me.
I don't know.
$1.
I just pushed the button down and it slid under the casing. So it.
Okay, so
It
it's
moved off its
the
spot.
bottom one of those. Don't break that one.
May I putter with it?
Yeah, please.
Give it to the Technomancer.
Exactly.
Anyways, I'm gonna shoot yellow.
All right. Is this kinetic or energy? With laser pistol? So energy?
20.
20 is a hit. Is that a natural 20?
No.
Okay, go ahead and roll me damage.
I know to say natural 20. If I say a
Of
number,
course
it
you do.
is the total.
First time rolling
4 on the laser
pistol.
Full damage!
All right, so you're going to Zord it, taking scarring across one of its sensors, and you'll see a bit of arcing electricity spark into the fog. Next, we are back up at the top of the initiative with Chris. Good hit.
Even though I'm at 22 now because of the
Oh,
entangled.
that's a great point. Then, in that case, it is going to, let's see, you have a giant rifle. I'm going to shoot, so clear, yellow's first. Okay, yellow is going to move to here. Reminder, it is staying 30 feet in the air, and it is going to fire on the Vesk.
Okay, I got cover.
What's your cover?
Well, I'm in the bushes, right?
That sounds great. I have a 26.
Okay, I had a 21
For what?
for armor class.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
And you had partial cover, so that's +2. It's still going to be a hit.
Oh, that was with the cover.
Oh, okay. And you also have a -2 to AC because of your entanglement.
Okay, so I'm even then.
Yeah. Well, that D4 is gone.
No, caltrops.
Okay, that's going to be 5 non-lethal.
Okay.
So you are zorted with a stun bolt,
Okay, so that's...
and you can hear it. You can hear a low voice in Azlanti. Which, those of you who speak Atlanti, lay down your weapons. Surrender. You are being taken into custody. Surrender to the glory of the Aeon throne. Surrender.
Is that coming from the drones?
Yes.
Oh.
I wish I knew what they were saying, because I have some choice words for them.
All right. Now we are back to blog. What do you do, Hal Hunter?
I'm gonna. No, clear. Is that above a building right now? Or...
Yes.
Just says you said it was 30 feet in the air.
Yeah, 30 feet in the air, but
The
above,
building is 15 feet tall with a sloped roof.
but I'm entangled.
I mean, you could move half speed. You could try to climb up. If you want to. Is that what you're going to try to do?
That would still be too far away.
No. Well, the roof is sloped, dude. You'd have to make an acrobatics check, but you could try.
For climbing?
Well, and then, like, jumping up to hit it.
Okay. Yeah, climbing and jumping. Yeah, I'll do an athletics for that then.
Yep, give me an athletics to pull yourself up.
24.
24 is enough. So, go ahead and move Chris wherever he wants to, but he can make it up anywhere to here.
Yeah, right there.
Right there?
So the drone is about 10 feet over your head.
And I want to try and jump up.
You'll
and
be at a
attack.
-2 on the attack,
Right.
which you already are. So that's going to be... keep it at -2.
Keep it at -2. Okay, and I'm going to try to grapple it.
You're not going to... Not unless you have like a grapple weapon, if you had a whip or something.
With my hands. I'm going to try and actually grab it down.
Well, it's like 10 feet above your head. So you could hit it with
Okay.
basically I'm saying you could hit it with your sword.
Then you know what? I will wait there for now. That won't work that way.
Shoot it with your gun in the meantime?
Yeah, I'm just going to shoot
Okay.
it from there. At -2. 9.
All right, you'll fire a Zort up into the night. And drone 2 is going... Oh, it's right there. It's going to shoot you.
All right.
Because you're like right there. That's going to be a 20.
Yep.
All right. Do not resist. Do not resist. Take 3 points of non-lethal damage. Zort. Do not resist. Do not resist.
So how is non-lethal damage counted?
It counts as normal, but it can't kill you.
Oh, okay.
So if it drops you, out, you're just knocked unconscious. It's like tasing.
Oh, okay.
So I guess theoretically, if I crit it, I could stop your heart. James.
Works the same though, just counts through your stamina points and then into your hit points?
Yeah.
Okay.
I believe so.
Cannon the one in front. Cannon yellow.
All right, do it.
At this point, I think I'm just gonna fire twice so I get some more chances.
Might as well.
Yeah. Ka-chunk 1, that's gonna be a miss. Ka-chunk 2, that's also gonna be a miss.
Oh man, that sucks.
Yeah, these things are really hard to hit.
Well, those dice rolls are rough, man.
Yep.
Mike.
I am going to go chunk, and I want to try and shoot yellow.
Shoot yellow? All right,
Yeah.
go ahead and make me a roll.
That's going to be a miss.
All right.
That was a 7.
1 second. And... All right, you'll fire up into the night, and it just zips by you. These things are about the size of basketballs. They're really quite hard to hit, especially at night. It zips down. Krista, you're up.
I will try to shoot it again with my laser pistol.
Question: do you have low light vision?
Could you?
Well, does that negate the dark? Any sort of
No,
dark?
it's for theme.
I wasn't sure it was actually in the calculator.
No.
What was the total?
9.
Oh, you don't have a dex bonus?
No.
Oh,
I got nothing.
okay.
I'm smart, and that's it.
All right, you Zord up into the night, and it illuminates like fireworks. And Christine.
I'm going to shoot at yellow again.
Oh god, if these things take you out, it's going to be a great game. You fire up at it again. These things are small and agile. Blog, it is not your turn. It is the Zorder. The Zorder is going to hit you. I'm just going to calculate with the AC bonus instead of penalty, so it's not confusing.
Oh, sorry.
17.
And this is the yellow one?
Yes.
The yellow one's hitting me?
Does it hit your... No, it's the clear one.
Oh, okay, because I thought... aren't
Oh,
they
yeah,
different
you're
issue?
right. So yellow is going to shoot at... I'm going to bring down the desk. Well, that was a 17, so that's actually going to miss you then.
Okay.
All right, so a bolt fires into the ground next to you. Now it's going to be Blog. What do you do?
So it's... I can't jump that high.
Hey Kelly,
Yeah.
on this note, is this little area in here a little bit higher up?
It is a little bit higher up. You could spend your turn reaching that and then try again.
How high is that?
I'm going to say that it's kind of like a chimney. So it's going to give you a couple extra feet. You couldn't have reached it with your movement last round, but if you want to make me an acrobatics roll, basically to tumble up there, because you're dealing with threatened squares.
Yeah. Yeah. Sure.
All right, go ahead. You need a 16.
Nope.
What is with you and dice tonight?
Most nights.
Fair enough. All right, so you will clamber up, trying to get close to it, and as you do, I'm going to get an attack of opportunity against you. I have an 18 with a -2 to your armor class.
Yep.
Okay, it's going to Zort you for 4 more points of non-lethal. And then it's its turn, and it's going to Zort you again.
Oh no!
That's
So
another...
isn't that just my move action to get up there and do the tumble thing?
That's a good point. So what else are you doing?
No. Was the tumbling just to avoid the attack of opportunity? Or
And so yeah, I'll say that you do climb up.
I do climb up. I'm going to try and jump and grab it.
All right, go ahead and make me an attack.
All right, so this is against its
Kinetic armor class.
No, it's kinetic armor class +8.
What the hell?
That's how grappling works in this.
It's against its AC combat maneuver.
Right there.
Oh god.
So it's probably not going to work, but I still want to do it anyway.
No.
And no.
All right. You are going to leap and try to grab at it. Missing it, you're not going to fall. Did you botch?
No.
You're not going to fall or anything, but you're going to jump up and swipe at it, and it's going to hover away from you and is going to Zort you for 3 more points of damage. Do not resist. Surrender. Surrender to the Aeon throne. Zort. It doesn't say Zort.
It should say Zord. I guess these things are far too...
Where are the
high and
hobgars when other things are using electricity?
Right.
All right. And do you still have your comm on?
Yep.
Okay, cool. North corner. Northeast.
Oh shit.
Mike, what do you do?
I am going to try and pew yellow again.
Okay.
Wait.
And
Did Blog just go?
Yeah. Oh, yes, sir. I've got a bunch of diagrams here. Then it's going to be...
You should keep that roll, though.
Keep that roll.
Yeah, I'm
So
gonna keep
you
that
charge your laser. He was doing something cool. Let her do something cool. And then you go.
Well, do you want to finish out with him and then come back?
Yeah, I guess I will. Sorry about that.
yeah, seeing as I'm already in
Yeah.
here. That's a 22 to hit.
That is going to be a hit. Roll damage. And...
Holy crap. Is this the first time we've actually hit one of these things?
No.
No, Christine hit it
She
once.
got one.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
She hit one with a pistol. Yeah.
And that's going to be 2 damage.
And is that to clear?
Hmm?
Or to yellow?
That is to yellow. Because it's yellow.
All right, so you're going to fire into its hull, and a little bit of steam is going to come out the side, and you're going to make that hole bigger.
That's my hope.
All right, is this 2 attacks?
I will call across quietly. Good shot, Rhea.
I'm still entangled, eh?
Thanks.
Oh,
But if you do it, think of the glory.
yeah.
Alternatively,
Do it.
For great justice.
I'm saving that for later.
okay.
Although technically, couldn't you recover that anyways?
I don't know. You might smash.
it's definitely a 1. You said.
Oh, okay.
Some of those might make it. So that's going to be 16.
Okay.
And
Is that with the
14.
-2 to attack?
Yep.
Oh, still?
16 and 14, yeah.
So it's -2, -4, right, for the double attack?
Oh, right. Okay, no, then it's going to be that's nearly hopeless to actually hit anything with this thing. I'm just going to fire the one attack if that's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm just going to
That's okay.
wipe those. So
In the middle.
that's going to be that's going to be
So that turns into a 10
that's
plus
a-
your attack.
yeah, so 15.
15 is a hit. Roll me
Okay.
damage.
Yay!
Cool. It finally hit something.
Yeah.
Make the hole bigger.
6 damage.
6 damage. All right.
Nice.
You were going to fire a shot solidly into its frame, and it's going to start wobbling on its axis as it's trying to find purchase. But one of its hover discs. I don't know.
Whirly gigs.
Sure.
Yeah, one of its whirly gigs starts shorting out, and little bits of metal are going to start flying down onto the ground, perforating the grass.
I always like the term anti-grav plate.
Anti-grav discus.
Anti-grav whirly gig.
Anti-grav whirly
Oh, that's
discus.
so fun.
Krista, what do you do?
I'm going to try and shoot the clear one again.
Hmm.
All of my spells are touch
Really
spells.
grab anti-plate.
One of its arc reactors.
13.
13, is that energy?
Because I still have -2, right?
Yes, you do.
I believe that's against your energy because it's a laser pistol.
Let me just check my phone.
Hey, no phones are game.
Well,
They're so useful
okay.
nowadays.
Paizo did that thing where they're like, hey, you know this? Yeah, there's this thing, but it's only in the Alien Archive that you have to buy on the side. And I'm like, I don't have like $60 to buy a book that I'm never going to use outside of this thing. You should have put the damn stats in the module.
You'd think.
So I have to
right?
find it off of the open source wiki. So hopefully these are the right rules. I'm trying.
That's
trying
what
my
I'm looking
best,
at for
Twitch.
spells right now.
Oh, that sounds great. So that is going to pew pew and miss, unfortunately.
I'm trying.
Christine, what do you do?
Pew pew.
All right, give me the pew.
Yeah, I rolled a 19.
That is definitely a hit. What's your threat range? Is it just 20?
I think everything is just...
Everything is just 20 now? Okay,
Yeah, until we get some higher level stuff.
sounds good. Go ahead and roll me damage.
Say.
Nice.
Did you max it?
4.
Yes, 4 again.
Nice.
Yes.
Holy crap.
This
Good.
time is actually working for me.
All right. And what type of... So are you just using regular laser weapons?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I think
got
I
a
might
basic
start
laser pistol.
believing in dice shaming now.
All right. So you're going to fire, and its other whirly gig is going to explode, and it's going to start like arcing through the air, barely staying up. It's shorting out. You can hear it saying in Azlanti, "Do not surrender. Do not surrender. We are the throne."
Do not surrender.
I will say in Azlanti, yeah, we don't surrender, bitch.
All right. One of them is going
We
to.
are the throne.
It's going to pivot and try to fire at you.
Oh.
Christine does a 12 hit.
What's it trying to hit?
You. Your AC. Oh, sorry. Yeah, this is your EAC.
No.
Okay.
Oh, McAfee came up.
Ignore it.
I love McCafe. It's not sponsored. I love. Can we just take a moment to love how Tim Hortons is doing roll up the rim, and then like McDonald's is like McCafes are $1 now.
Exactly.
It's like, oh
Yeah.
I still like my Timmy's.
I don't like either of them, but
No.
all right, Blog. You are going to stand clear and find yourself free of your entanglement.
Woohoo! Alright, I'm getting upset with this thing and I'm just gonna try and stab it.
All right.
Sounds good.
Oh, right.
I'm gonna clear that notification.
Yeah, go ahead and just say accept always because it's my antivirus.
Does a 20 hit its
Uh,
CAC?
I mean, no. Yes. Yes, it does.
Yay! 7 damage.
7 damage. You're going to jump up and you're going to slice one of its rotor arms off. It's going to clatter to the roof with a clash. That is fantastic. That is clear. So Clear's going to take that damage and it's going to roar back in Azlanti. Damage detected. Neutralizing damager. That is going to be a 20.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, actually, you know what? One sec. I gotta check the rule real quick.
Damn it, I really wanted you to pass it to me.
You know what? It's
Slow.
actually pissy enough to do this.
When a robot gets pissy.
It's Azlanti. It's been programmed to get pissy. So you're going to slash at
It's
it,
literally a sad spot.
you're gonna basically like slash across its pulse cannon pistol, neutralizing target, and instead it's gonna go whoop and soar down and crank you in the face with its body. For less damage than I would have done normally. You're gonna take 4 points of bludgeoning damage to the face.
Yeah, but that's...
As it basically headbutts you.
I'm just imagining Crutch sitting here like blasting away. This thing all here is a Kong! Like, what the?
What the
Cicada! Bong!
I hate drones.
James, you're up, and you are going to stand. And as you aim your next shot, the strands of sticky goo are going to snap.
Woohoo!
You're de-gooed.
I'm de-gooed.
Yay.
All right, sweet. That thing, the yellow is still up, right?
Yes. What I would suggest, looking at it, it might be a good idea to split your fire. Now that you're de-gooed. Because a grazing shot is going to take this thing out at this point.
Okay.
Or you could just focus fire and take one down.
Ooh.
Or you could try and take both down.
Yeah, go big or go home to Vest.
They're still really hard to hit. But you know what? I'm running low on ammunition anyway. I have to reload soon anyway. Sure, what the heck? I got the bonuses now.
All right.
Who knows?
Where's the
Maybe
die?
All right, there's the die.
Oh, we got another one over there.
I'm just going to roll this one.
All right, fine.
So,
That one's been betraying you, I'm just saying.
sometimes it's taking good.
Is it actually?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
all right. Let's see.
First shot. That is going to be...
Is this CAC or yak?
This is CAC.
Okay.
12.
12 total?
Yeah, well, sorry. It's how much for the minus for this thing?
It's a -4 for 2 shots.
-4, so that's going to be 12.
Okay.
Yeah.
And give me your second one.
It's going to be 14.
All right. And this is CAC, not a yak?
Yes.
Okay. Right. Oh, but you know what? I'm gonna give you the one on clear.
Okay. In which case,
Basically, because you can't really flank these things, but it's in melee combat with a friend.
Okay.
So you've got a nice
it's
silhouette.
distracted.
So you decide to just headbutt me.
Ah, dang it.
When a drone is
One.
in melee combat.
All right, it's going into its berserker rage. I'm writing that down. When the drone enters rage.
Just headbutts you.
I think I may have camouflaged.
I'm into hit point damage. Too.
All right, so you're going to fire up into it, grazing its hull and just arcing by his left ear as it clears its side.
You're a better shot than I am. It's fine.
I am going to see if I can take down Little Yellow here.
All right.
So that is going to be 12.
12 is a miss. You fire up into the sky, missing it.
Does this thing have any minuses? Because it's almost like it's going all over the place.
Nope. Nope, it actually makes it harder to hit.
Oh, right.
But not mechanically. Krista,
Yeah.
Hi.
what do you do?
They're both still floating about, right?
Just barely.
Are they? Is this one like close down?
It's about 25 feet up in the air.
This one's been beat up super hard, and that one just headbutted.
I know. I have a funny
Ow.
thing I want to do, but I need to be touching both of them at once. So,
You need a range touch spell,
Inspector Gadget arms.
yeah, exactly.
not a robot.
No, exactly. But I can get armor that does weird stuff.
We should get you a
Um,
grappler, because I think you can shoot those at people, and they are electron.
There we go.
That's a smart idea. Grappling hook!
Like just a tase gun, and then that'll like range.
Unless the
touch.
thing's got really strong anti-gravity, in which case you're like...
I'm gonna shoot a pistol at this guy. And say, Hal, if you have a moment, can you pass that to me? Hooray, a 19!
A 19 is a hit. That's the clear, or is that the...
The clear.
Okay.
Yay!
4!
Damn.
Good shot.
You're going to crank into it, leaving quite the hole that you're actually going to see a hole through the side of its hull and circuitry, and you're going to actually see your friend, the android, down on the ground.
Oh, wait, I do an extra one. Oh, no, it's not. Never mind. It's a 19, not a 20. Continue.
All right.
Sorry.
Christine, what do you do?
Yeah.
Pew pew.
Both of them, or just yellow?
Just yellow.
Okay.
14.
14 is this, and this is energy? It's a laser, right?
Yeah.
All right, that's a hit.
3 damage.
And you're going to Zord up in the air, and do not surrender. Do not...
Yeah. We're not gonna surrender. You can rest easy.
All right. Blog, back up to you.
Oh,
Hal is
how
on
do
the
I
roof. A smoking hole in front of you, and you can just hear the sound of... This thing looks like it's getting hotter.
Punch it.
It has barbarian
Punch it.
range.
Yeah,
It's like
I'm
baseball bat
gonna
with
stab
your
it
sword.
again because
Okay.
I'm getting hotter. Die.
Why don't you just like bat it with your sword?
You should have done
17.
17 is a hit.
5.
You know what? You know what's hilarious? It's going to start vibrating, and this is your energy sword.
Yep.
How are you hitting it? Are you just basically just going to overhand it, side-hand it, baseball swing it?
Baseball swing.
Stick it in and just go.
Baseball swinging.
Base.
That's
It is.
generally his
It
technique.
is. I did choose slashing, so yeah.
So you're just gonna, yeah. All right, so you're going to hear, and he's gonna knock the thing down from the roof, and it's gonna like just hit the ground on the grass, bounce twice, and roll over to your feet,
Put a foot and stop it.
and you're just gonna hear.
Wow.
It's gonna power down. He did exactly the amount of damage needed to take it out. It's not destroyed, so if you want to keep this thing.
Stop it.
There you go.
That is hilarious.
Delivered. It's like
Thanks, Al.
finally something goes right.
Perception, everyone.
20.
10.
18.
13.
9.
The two of you can hear boots coming in the distance. A solid number of them. At least 3 sets.
Scatter in stealth. We've got incoming.
I hide behind the chimney.
I am
the
going...
other one explode, right? It's
Oh,
empty.
yeah.
Okay, alright. I'm gonna
There's-
grab the one on my feet and run.
Okay.
Alright, can I get stealth rolls off of everyone at a -2 because... Actually, you know what? At a +2 because of the fog, which is going to... It was going to be a +4, but then I took -2 because of the speed you're doing it. What'd you get? Natural?
So, sorry, +2?
+2 total.
Can you move me behind the chimney?
30. Even.
Close.
25.
25. And if you are just running, you don't have to stealth.
Oof. I'm so tempted to try to mow them down.
How tall is this?
Tall enough that Chris can hide behind?
No, sorry, this wall here.
15 feet.
Yeah, it's a house.
Yeah. I'm just gonna run, because
Okay.
I'll run this way.
Am I able to, like... are the tubs deep enough to actually, like, hide in for me?
If you want to try.
I think
yes,
your bubble
absolutely.
is still active.
Well, I think
Can you look up how long that
I'm
lasts?
just gonna look at it right now.
it's water, though, so aren't they kind of clear and see-through?
But it's dark.
That's true.
And they're plastic.
And they're expecting to see
transparent?
something in it.
That's true.
Disguise yourself as a
So
water
that's actually going to be
elemental.
better because they're going to see
You can
something.
try, yeah.
I'm gonna try that.
Okay, you're gonna jump in the water.
I mean, you are what you eat.
If that thing reanimates because the water
Duration
touches
1 day per level.
and that's just a bubble of air. That's a nice spell.
Yeah.
All right. So what do you do?
well, my friends are not getting out of here.
Well, one of them ran like hell. The other one dove for cover. Another one just vanished. And you.
30 stealth
So where do you go? What do you do?
in the bushes.
Okay.
That's where I've been. the
So
whole
they
time.
scatter and vanish.
I like.
Actually, I'll have jumped
I
into
probably
this
sit down
tub.
under a bush.
I went to the further tub.
Okay. I'm going to. I'm going to shuffle backwards back into the drop into the back bushes and then drop prone.
Okay.
Nice.
And then I'm going to set up a shot down that way. And basically delay my action until people walk into range.
Basically, yeah,
With
right.
your cone.
Yeah.
Into your cone.
Oh, and I'll reload.
Sure. That sounds
Actually, I'm gonna reload.
God,
as well.
I need to reload.
Yeah, I need.
That
to...
would have been embarrassing pulling the trigger and like ka-chunk and firing.
Click,
one
click, click,
round.
click, 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 click.
No!
All right. As you're hiding in the bushes, you can see nothing. You can see some lights cast around the field overhead. That's basically it. Some flashlights searching the area at the distance. You, from where you're hiding, can look down and see the scene fairly well. You get a good look through the bushes, and you were just gone, right? Okay. 4 cadets come into view for those of you looking.
Do we get to see where they are?
They are coming from the south.
Right here.
Yeah.
Ooh, actually, okay.
So a lovely cone for you.
I don't think I'm looking. I'm probably just listening and just being out of sight.
They're in a scattered formation, looking around. One of them approaches the wreckage, kind of the wreckage around here, where some of it exploded. Actually, let me give you a couple more, guys.
Yeah. Toss them over.
Okay. And there you go. All right, so we're gonna put one there, put one there.
And then one here.
Yeah, I think that's good.
And do you want this guy in this square or this square?
That doesn't matter to me.
Okay.
One of them approaches. He kneels down, inspecting the bits of wreckage. At this point, I'm going to go to narrative. If anybody wants to interrupt me, go ahead and just do one of these. He looks around, searching the debris. Your comms, over your comm, you can hear control. Possible combat. Insurgents. Likely locals. And then you're going to hear a commanding voice. Deep. An adult. Forget about that. Round up the settlers. Bring them back to the hanging ground. They'll want to see the show. As you're watching, the one at the front talks into a comm, and that crisp, almost smoky Azlanti tongue. See. Stands up abruptly, nods at his fellows, and they start heading back toward the south.
Do they group up at all?
Not super close. 2 of them are in a cone for sure, though.
Oh well, no, they're all in a cone right now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's a 60. Sorry, it's Oh wait, no, it's 1/2 range increment. So it would have been 30-foot cone. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, I would have gotten them. But if they do group up, I could get them with a hand grenade. So I'll probably whisper through my comms. I'll be like,
I'll say through the comm as well. What they said something about hanging grounds and rounding up the colonists and a show.
We should probably take them out.
Yeah, no, I'll throw my hand grenade at that point.
Okay.
So I'm gonna pull out my makeshift hand grenade. So this thing's like a wired together massive like heating manifold. I'll put the little zipper thing on the top. It's like, and then it'll like sparks will come out of it.
Beyblade.
Okay.
Essentially, yeah. This one is. Each one of them is going to be unique.
All right.
All right. So this is actually
a sharpened metal edge.
By the way, I made a mistake with the hand grenade things.
like a
It didn't
helicopter
matter for what
just
you
flies
did though.
over.
It's only AC 5. to hit the
Oh my
spot
god,
I want.
Sky Dancer.
So I'm gonna. It's a Mark 1 frag grenade equivalent.
Yes.
So I am going to toss this.
Alright, I'm just gonna double check how many guys there are here.
Are there more than 4?
4 here.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Eh?
Did we just kill ourselves?
I mean, potentially.
Yeah, but that's like true all the time.
Every action.
I'm just going off script.
Oh, once,
Like it's kind of funny because when stuff like this happens, when I'm running an adventure path, I get that instinctive reaction. No, I must protect the path. I must follow the railroad.
yeah.
And then James throws a grenade. And I'm like, no, don't do it, James. Botch. You know what? Fuck it. Let's do this.
Yeah.
Let's do this. I want to see what happens. If you all die, I'll run a different game.
Once I get far enough away, I'm gonna.
You could in the module right now. It's great. In either
Okay.
direction.
We
killed the entire insurgent.
Can I make an engineering roll to see if I can rejigger this thing to at least like shut off
Yeah,
its comms?
totally.
Okay.
So cutting to you. Roll, and we'll add that. We'll find out in a second.
Oh.
So go ahead
Okay.
and roll the attack. Don't want to roll.
Okay.
All right.
So this is actually a 15-foot blast.
Yeah.
And so that's in radius. So I think I'm gonna get all of them.
Yeah,
If they're
I
like
think
that.
so. I think I get a
Yeah.
dex save, don't I?
Is it surprise because it's coming from behind you?
I'm not sure you get one.
Well, because I'd see it hit the ground probably, but let's see what the rule is on grenades.
Yeah, but you guys you'd be walking away.
But wouldn't you be
Well, we
caught
got
flat-footed?
we got a deck save, didn't we, for your grenades?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I
Yeah,
can do
but
it.
isn't the first round flat-footed too? Because this is surprise. Like they don't know this is happening. Shouldn't they?
That's
This
be
is
true.
a this is a
And
total
don't you
ambush.
normally
They are
start
surprised.
flat-footed for the
If
first
they were
round?
if they were unaware that we're here,
I think so they still get a saving throw though.
They do. This
Oh,
is
yes.
mine is 2.
All
For flat-footed, right?
Explode.
But anyway, you find that rule out.
Yep.
So cutting to you, glancing down.
14.
Yeah, you
Sorry,
think you
15,
Can,
15.
you think you can rewire that? But first, you can see a little tracking beacon inside of it. Yeah,
Off.
you snap it off.
Yeah.
Reflex for half.
Okay. All right, so that means that. Let me
Uh,
pull up my cadet stats. Nice knowing you guys.
Yeah, I still recall these guys were kind of hard.
Ooh, and I cast Mending on it.
Is page 9 the page I don't have? Hey, look at that.
We're gonna die, aren't we?
guys, have faith. I mean,
we got this.
I mean, we had that much trouble against 2 drones.
yeah, but they were drones. They were really hard to hit. So far, we've been mopping the floor with.
Alright, what's my armor class? Or what's my save?
That's what I'm just trying to find.
It's 10 plus half the grenade's item level plus your dex mod.
So that's going to be. And is it round up or round down for that half level thing? It's round up, isn't it?
It's.
So I think it's DC 14.
It's usually round down, minimum 1.
Then
Yeah, then this
same
would be
thing,
because it's
yeah.
half the item level is 1.
What?
Sorry, it's 0.5. So I think it would be 14.
Alright, and then. Yeah, Can I see the book for a sec? Somebody's book? Alright. This really matters to me, but hey. $239.
Go to Travis for downstairs?
No, he's sleeping on his bed in our bedroom.
Oh, what a good dog.
Yeah, he's a good boy. Alright. There was 2.
He
No.
can't go downstairs actually because the door's closed. I didn't want sound traveling up. Charlie, did you hear that? We're talking about you.
Don't call him
Sorry.
out.
Too late.
What you do?
He might not move. He kind of heard movement, but no.
Oh, dude, I should have made it a shot grenade.
He might have just rolled
Until
over.
you became aware. Oh, okay. Yeah, you don't lose anything off your dex if you're flat-footed.
Oh, okay.
You lose AC and you can't take reactions.
Mm.
Cool. So go ahead and roll me damage. So,
So
Mike, can you go ahead and trade one of the? Okay. So there are 2 guys and 2 girls. Take one of them, swap out a yellow stand and a white stand for the other gendered pair. Basically, so that we have like clear guy, yellow girl. Yeah. just so that it's easier to differentiate which one's which.
Anyway, you want damage?
So that way we have clear group, yellow group.
Basically, yeah. So, yes, I'd like you to roll damage 4 times.
Okay.
Because one of them is Krista's other figure, isn't
First one,
Yeah.
1 damage.
Okay, so hold on. So that's I'm gonna start that off at, that's black guy.
Yeah.
That's Chase's figure.
Is it? Oh,
Yeah.
then just swap it out for this. Okay, so that's a black bottom guy.
Black bottom guy.
Second guy.
Bottom guy.
1 damage.
Okay. That's gonna be yellow bottom girl.
Wow, that's
Clear
a
guy.
crappy hand grenade.
And then Black Girl.
Then 2 damage to the third one.
We're racially inclusive.
Okay, and then the last one's gonna be the big one because he failed.
6.
Yeah, he failed the save. So that's
Okay.
or she failed the save.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay. All right, I need initiative off of everybody who's still here.
Yep.
I ran away.
20.
Oh damn! Really?
Nice.
Okay.
Oh,
So that's going to be... All right, going down the list. I'm going to start calling out. Anybody got above 20? Okay, 20 is Mike.
20 is Mike.
Anybody get above 15?
Yes.
I got 15.
16.
15 and 16. All right. Okay. Anybody get above 10?
Yes.
What'd you get?
13.
All right, what's your initiative mod?
+3.
Okay, so that's going to be you, and then it's going to be black woman. It's gonna. This just sounds so racially insensitive. And then it's going to be immediately after.
It looks like her skin tone also is.
I mean, she's a woman of color. She's very Mediterranean.
Yeah.
Then it's going to be clear. You know what I was going to say? I'm going to say clear cadet.
Yeah.
That's good. What'd you get, Krista? If you hear gunshots in the distance, roll initiative anyway.
8.
Cool. I was really hoping you'd roll low so I didn't have to rewrite my initiative. All right. Krista. And then we're going to say a black. CAD. And then F. Det. Yellow. All right. What kind of grenade? This is a frag grenade?
Yep.
All right. So there's an explosion in the center there, and you are going to once again hear incredible feedback over there and shouts over the comms. Now we are at Mike. Mike, what do you do? There is an explosion. A grenade flies out of one of the bushes and lands next to these cadets, perforating. 3 of them manage to dive out of the way, taking only minuscule damage, but one of them takes the blast full on, and you can see the equivalent of nails and strips of metal perforating her ribs and the side of her face.
She's pretty heavily damaged.
She's heavily damaged.
Put her out of her misery.
Focus fire.
Fucking pretty much. Doing one at a time.
Yep.
I am going to actually pull out my rifle and shoot her. My hunting rifle.
From the tub.
From the tub. I'm just gonna peek up over the top of the tub, pull out my rifle, and
I've got a picture I have to find for you.
So with this, I mean, it wouldn't be a surprise anymore because they just got exploded.
I don't know. They're still flat-footed.
Yeah.
So
By rules, you're flat-footed until you act.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm the only one who's acted.
Okay, so what would that mean for me attacking?
It means that their armor class is lowered.
Oh, okay. So I'm going to make a shot with my rifle.
Okay, at which target?
I'm going to... This is super damage one?
Yes.
I'm going to take a shot at her.
Okay, go ahead.
That's going to miss.
What is it?
That's a... 8.
All right, that is going to miss just barely. You're going to fire a rifle shot out into the shadow. Christine.
Oh, Kelly.
Yes.
Would I be able to get a bonus on that for resting it up against the edge of the... stabilizing it on
what does
the
the
tub?
aiming action do?
The aiming, there is an action one.
Oh, there's an extra one?
there is no one.
So, no, unfortunately not.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait, how far away were you, James? Were you 30 feet?
No, that's farther than 30 feet. But
because the mist is 30 feet. You only have 30-foot visibility with the mist.
Oh, okay. Because sorry, but it's one ranging, just one range increment for me.
Okay.
Because because of Grenadier, I throw 65 feet.
Okay, I thought we could still see
minimum.
them.
Yeah, I thought we could still see them too.
Oh, okay. So can we just not see them anymore?
You can see them. It's going to be very hazy, we'll say. On a grenade, basically, you see an amorphous shape and you just throw it.
I was going to say, argue for a grenade. Yeah.
I think...
and he got a really high roll,
Yeah,
comparatively. So,
I rolled an 18.
So you got triple, almost 4 times what you needed on the roll.
Yeah.
So I think we can let it
I
pass.
think he would have done it before, based on the turn of events or what happened before
Yeah.
they got out of
Oh,
sight.
yeah, well, also, I'm not going to let Crunch ruin the scene, so
Exactly.
screw it. All right, so you're going to fire, and there's too much mist shrouding them, basically. So at 30 feet, I'm just going to start giving you penalties for sight for their armor class.
Okay.
So unless you move closer.
Oh, okay.
So you can totally just move closer. Just get within 6 squares. And then you can perforate them easily. Right now, very easily.
I'm going to roll up behind that closest water thing.
Right here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's within range then.
Yep, that's going to give you partial cover.
Okay. And I will pew pew at...
Okay, are you taking 2 shots or just 1?
Can I take 2 shots?
At a -4, yes.
Oh no, hold on.
It's basically like...
That is me.
That would negate any bonus I added to it, so...
That's more like her right now.
Yeah, I know. It's got you.
I rolled an 8.
Oh, I like the idea of
That's
having
going
the
to be a
goggles
definite
on.
hit.
Okay.
Can you send
Roll
that to me,
damage?
please?
Sure.
2.
Right, 2 damage. You are going to fire, and she's going to... Ah! As a bullet collides with her spine.
Oh!
It's
not
a
actually a bullet, it's
a
a
lump.
pistol.
Oh, sorry. Then in that case, that's definitely going to hit. So it's going to zort her basically you're going to see an explosion of seared, burnt blood as her kidney erupts in lasered flame. Chris.
Oh.
Crispy.
Block.
Looks like we're having bacon tonight.
Actually, no, not Graviton. I'm going to go for Proton.
Contron.
Voltron?
Voltron.
I'm just going to...
Go Naruto across the top of the roof and then leap on one of them.
Gunk.
I don't think I have that much movement. But I would like to.
Yes, you do, actually. So you've got... So move... So hold on. Watch this. All right, hold on. So you're here?
Yep.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25... You know what? I'll say with a jump, you can do it.
Oh, yeah.
Just give me an athletics roll.
Death from above.
Oh, yes!
27 with a natural 20.
Yeah, that sounds great. Give me a +2 on your attack roll.
Woohoo!
I'm so glad that hit this.
Basically, yeah.
Oh. So 12?
12 is going to be a solid hit.
Nice. All right.
On this guy right here. I'm
Yeah,
assuming.
on that one. So that's going to be...
Wait, are you grappling him?
No,
Just right next to
just...
him.
Okay.
I'm just stabbing.
Magical Legendary.
For 9.
For 9?
Damn. So what do you add for damage?
My
Oh,
strength
you-
modifier, because I'm using
All right, so James?
Yep.
blade.
What do you do?
And because I went
At
into
this
proton
point,
mode,
I am
have
going to run forward.
Okay.
I'm going to rupt out of the bushes and go 5, 10,
Not even
15,
dex, eh?
20.
One more.
I think right about there would probably do. So basically, I'm going to spray them because I only need 30 feet. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Oh yeah,
So I think you're going to miss the...
I'll move myself. Instead of, I was right there, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And then I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he's going to be in range.
Remember, diagonals count as double.
Yeah, I'm basically trying to see. This is the one I was kind of curious about. So
You'll hit yellow. I don't think you'll hit the last black one.
yeah, okay, that's fine. I'll just go with that. And I'm going to full auto.
So that's, only 3 of them.
Yep. So.
And that way you get to avoid Blog's character.
Yep.
Don't botch. Don't botch.
Don't botch. Or you know what? Botch. Do it. You know what? You do you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good chunk.
Peer pressure. Do
So
not botch.
that's going to be.
Is this kinetic?
Yes. So that's 15
Suck.
on the first one,
Alright.
21 on the second, and 22 on the third.
All right, so that's maybe 3 hits. I don't know.
Maybe, but we count
Maybe.
it.
How
Maybe.
much D6s? Or do you need 8?
So 2 for the first hit.
I can't wait till you guys are fighting people who aren't cadets, and I can actually use like real military
I
tactics
know.
on. I was like, yeah, of
We're
course.
just hoping to level before then.
I'm like, they're like 16. They'd probably cluster up. Like they probably don't know
Yeah.
any better.
So 2 for the first one, 5 on the second.
Okay, so hold on. So that's starting off on
Black base.
Sure.
Okay, so 2
2.
on her. Tipper. Okay.
So 5 on the second,
Okay. So. Okay.
and 2 on the third.
All right. So what weapon is this?
That is my my hail cannon. So
All right. So your hail cannon is going to. You're going to see the flesh strip the meat off of the skull of the one who was screaming and grabbing her back.
So she's dead now?
She is just mulch on the ground.
Okay.
She is stinking meat for the hobgars. And you're just going to drag it across, doing less damage as you go, but still a significant amount of carnage as you pull it across the other two. And it is going to be... I'll just put a line through your line. It is going to be the one that you slash down the front of. He is going to stumble back, looking at the burning gas. Is it burning or is it cold?
Oh, this one's a it's black, so it's more like a gravity blade.
Okay, then the tear, the rending tear down the front of his torso, and what weapons do I?
When you make a singularity in someone's chest.
Yeah, he's not happy.
I can just imagine like crushing, like twisting.
Yeah.
He's going to take a 5-foot step back, basically just move him off the board, and he's going to just fire 2 shots at your face. Because...
-4 penalty.
Oh, I know. I know. So that is 12 and 14.
Miss and miss.
All right.
Nice.
So 2 shots are going to erupt next to your head, colliding into the brickwork, or pardon me, of the prefab work of the module behind you. He's going to take a 5-foot step back, fire at you, and then is going to shout, "Reinforcements! Reinforcements! Insurgents armed!"
Can we talk at any time during this? It's like, belay that, it's just the hobgars in Azlanti.
Make me a subterfuge roll, please.
Nice.
Beautiful.
All right.
Try.
Well, what is it?
Would that
It's
be with
not
advantage?
Oh,
'cause
sorry,
none
then
of the
this would
locals
be-
know Azlanti?
Not subterfuge, this would be bluff.
Bluff? Okay. I'll try. 6.
Okay. All right.
It's just
so,
a bugbear.
Clear
what?
Cadet
And
is,
I wink at him when I say that.
is going to...
Because you think you said it perfectly.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, Clear Cadet is... So what's going to happen here? He is super smart. He is super smart. He is going to rush over here, grab cover right there, and is going to fire a pair of shots at the Vesk.
Yep, fair enough.
Come on, crits. Okay, let's do this on the wall. Actually see them. Well, that's a 0 before I add my numbers. So he grabs cover and fires 2 shots. Basically, you're thinking it's probably suppression fire. Krista, what do you do?
I would have run at least 2 rounds when I ran, so this will be my first round running back.
You hear gunshots in the distance. You just take off sprinting.
If I've finished turning off the tracking device.
You know what I'm going to say is that you were trying to be stealthy when you ran?
Yeah,
Are you going to try to be stealthy coming back?
probably not. No.
Then you can make it here at the end of next round.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess on your next round, you'll be in range.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
All right, and then Yellow Cadet is going to... You can't flank with guns in this, can you?
I don't think so. I thought, wasn't it supposed to be like within 5 feet or something
Yeah, guns are
of a
weird.
shared target?
Actually, one thing I should have done, like I should have intimidated when I did that too.
So in that case...
Unless you allow me to do it now. Basically, what I'm aiming to do is draw that guy's fire. I want him paying attention to me, not to Blog.
You know what? She is actually fairly injured, so she is going to take a she's going to suspend her action, do a double move back. And she,
Okay.
So she's going to run off into the fog.
That's nice.
Yeah, you got to get reinforcements. All right, Mike, top of the round. What do you do?
I am going to pull out my rifle and take a shot at this guy.
All right. So he has pretty substantial cover from where you are, unless you want to jump out and move.
Oh, yeah, because I'm in the tub, and I guess he's behind a tub.
Yeah. So you could make it around the side.
Can I make it around the side, shoot, and then go back into cover?
Yes.
Okay.
You'll still have partial cover.
Okay, I will do that.
All right, so you sploosh. All right, go ahead and make me a roll. My armor class. Is this kinetic or yak?
This is kinetic.
All right, so...
And that is a 15.
That is exactly a hit.
Beauty. And that is a D8.
Oh, no. I like this guy.
That is a 4.
No, I like this
4
guy.
piercing.
All right, so you're going... He is aiming the other direction, and you're going to fire right into his shoulder blade, piercing through his armor with a sickening crunch. I got nothing. I was going to break this, but I didn't want to. Christine.
Wait.
If I move
That wasn't as
5
dramatic as I
foot back,
thought.
can I hit him
It's very disappointing.
through that space? Is that just like a hole and open space, or is
If
that
you take a 5-foot step to the left, he'll still have partial cover.
that way?
To your left.
So that way?
Yeah. He'll still have partial cover, but
Okay.
you can... So he'll have a +2 to his armor class.
Okay.
Or you could fire at his friend down the way.
Yeah, you know what? Put me back a little bit, Mike, and I'm just gonna fire at the friend.
Like
So-
back where you were or back here?
No, back where I was.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I still have some cover. And I'm going to...
Well, actually, you know what? I did say the 30-foot.
Oh, okay,
So he'll still have partial cover from the fog. Too.
okay, has
so
he moved away from me then?
the one in the far distance.
Okay.
So basically, they both have partial cover. One from
Okay.
the tank, one from fog. So which one do you hate more?
You know what? The one in the fog. And can I taunt, like intimidate him and shoot?
Sure, you can yell at him.
Okay.
Will you-
I'm gonna yell at him in Azlanti of trying to do a creepy voice in the fog.
You know what? All right, fine.
Give it up, boy. You're not gonna win this one.
Can I?
Or go for authority and be like, "Give it up, cadet!" Right?
I just picture. Give it up, cadet. I just picture this tiny mouse going. It's so good. It's so good and dumb, and you're gonna get a 20 on this.
Nope.
What?
That's gonna be an 11.
So what do you do?
No.
Yeah, please, if you ever do it, meow, 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 I will give you advantage in a system that doesn't allow for it because it's so dumb. All right. So you're gonna be like, give it up, and he's too busy getting slashed to really pay attention.
Okay, so I'm gonna shoot him to catch him.
So
with
you're
this
very
action then.
angry. He's not paying attention to you.
I hate when people don't pay attention to me.
Nope.
You're just so angry, you just fire blindly into the air like Yosemite Sam. Oh, an entire nation. All right, in Fire Nation. Blog.
Oh, it doesn't check this out again. Mark that one. This is where it fell.
And you know what? Oh, level 2. Yeah, I'm going to take a guarded step
Wait, didn't?
to there,
Doing
and
what?
then attack.
Because he went after me.
No? He was before you.
You got a free round.
That's right.
Yeah, you cheated. You cheated with the rules.
I opened fire.
12.
12, and this is your...
Cack.
Cack?
Yeah.
All right, so that's going to whiz by him.
Cool.
James.
I'm going to let the cannon go to sling, and then I'm going to pull out my dash coat and close with clear base.
All right, so...
How close do you want to get?
Right up in his grill.
So I believe that there is a penalty if you're shooting point blank, so you don't want to stay back 5 feet.
Oh, Dashko is my melee weapon.
Oh, that thing.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. If you botch, okay. I was gonna say you just let it go and cleave Mike.
So that's 13.
13 on kinetic.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a hit. Oh, and he doesn't have partial cover from you. Hey.
Yep.
Well, that sucks for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is D10 plus 3.
Oh boy.
So that's 6 damage.
Cool. Are you bringing it straight down?
Yeah. That's
Okay.
my
So
way.
describe how this is like a 4-pronged axe kind of.
It's a kind of a 3-pronged one. It basically is
Right
that thing, but
there.
without the energy because it's too low level.
Okay. Cool. And that's going to go in what part of his face?
I'm thinking probably like get it right in the jaw, and then just kind of basically kind of cleave down. I think I'm probably just going to bury it right into the dirt.
Can you roll me a d12?
Ooh, D12.
Yeah. Cool. Starting. So 2 o'clock from you. Cool. Mike.
Yeah.
You're going to.
Oh God! Did I just put his head into the barrel?
Yeah, a head is going to fly and hit the barrel right in front of you, splashing you with water and blood.
Can't get much dirtier than I am now.
Yeah, that's true. So that's clear
That's what
cadet.
she said. Comes from behind the corner.
All right, so this one is.
So that one is dead.
Yeah, that one is dead.
Okay.
Which means I only have one more combatant on the field. He is going to dance 5 feet back, and he has no other real option than just to try to kill you, Blog.
I don't think he's gonna succeed.
Well, my AC is pretty low.
Not that low. Cool. So is your AC 5 or 6?
How did you know?
I mean, I can re-roll if you want. I'm the DM. I can do that. Oh, god damn it.
Did he get a 5 or a 6?
No, on this one I got a 24. But all right, so he's gonna fire twice, and then is just gonna take a full 30 move into the fog. He's gonna finish his movement away from you.
The guarded step is the move action.
What's that?
The 5 foot
Is it
guarded
in this?
step, it's the move action.
Man,
Yeah.
This system is weird.
He could do that and then, as the full action, do a move action run instead of firing.
You know what I think? I think that why don't we just do this Cowboy Bebop style, and you take your attack of opportunity against me?
Sure.
Oh wait, he danced fast.
So I would say that I was under the impression that you could do the 5 foot step and the move like in 5th Ed,
Yeah.
because 5th Ed is simple.
That'll be a nope.
A nope. Oh, this is great. You guys
Same
are
thing.
You guys are shitty, Spike, and vicious. So he draws at you, and you wave basically,
and then he runs.
and then he runs. Yeah. He's gonna run into the fog, and now we are at Mike.
We don't have anybody on the field.
Unless you decide to chase him.
I want to go up to this guy here, what's left of him,
Okay.
and see what he has on him. I'm like, what are these guys carrying for weapons?
Imperial pacification rifles functions as a hunting rifle,
Okay,
as
so I
well
have
as a
one of those.
hunting knife and
And I have one of those.
ceremonial plate armor, which won't fit you.
And I can't use that. So I'm gonna strip him of ammunition.
Okay. He has 9 rounds left.
Okay, cool. That puts me up to 17 rounds. And that's all he has on him?
Yeah.
Well,
That's all he has. So that's what you do, Christine. What do you do? Do you chase?
Nope. I'm gonna call to everybody. Okay, guys, we need to get out of here now and meet back up with the others.
Krista,
for
you will run up to the
reinforcements.
scene. There is carnage and blood splattered across this fog-laden cove.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do?
Captain just said to head out. I'll just follow
Okay.
orders. I don't
Uh,
know there was a guy that ran away.
all right, Blog and James, are either of you doing anything?
Yeah.
Do you have a long range? Because he's only 30 feet away. If you have a 30-foot range weapon, you could theoretically try to peg him in the back.
Crystal
Yes! Okay, go ahead.
Sure, why not? Because it is what I'm kind of good at. Does it count as a heavy weapon? I don't think it
Just
should.
roll. You are
Natural one.
Does it just like fumble out of your hand?
Either that or
Lands
or I
on
throw it so
Brian.
hard it just powders in my hand.
Basically, what you're gonna do. So you have this paperweight, and it kind of looks like a children's trophy.
Yeah.
You go, and like the top just flies off the base because it was never meant to be used as a weapon. It just
Doesn't land on somebody.
Worthless human manufacture. And I'm
That's
gonna
a
turn
shame.
on. Let's go. And we're just gonna run.
So I was leaving. I'm gonna run back here. I'm gonna pick up dude's head, and I'm gonna run.
Jesus.
What's your alignment?
I don't. Oh, I'm chaotic good.
I'll allow it this time.
I charged the guy who ran away.
Do you?
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead and make me an attack roll.
So are we? While you are rolling, are we going back this way?
Yeah, I think everybody but Chris is.
Okay.
And I get -2 to my attack and my AC.
All right.
Yes.
-2, so 17.
17 is a hit. Roll me damage.
Oh. And proton.
Proton.
And, 5. Oh, sorry, 6.
Is that clear cadet or is that black cadet? You know what? It doesn't matter because he already had 6 points of damage on him. Ooh.
Clear cadet's down.
Yeah, clear cadet's
Yeah.
down.
Lost his head.
That
this
was a
guy,
black cadet.
This guy had 7 from me, at least.
Cool. So you're just going to cut him down as he's running.
Nice.
Are you stabbing, slashing?
Slashing.
So you're just going to slash him down the back, samurai style.
Are you just gonna like slice his vertebrae in half?
Damn it.
Expose his
slight-
spine to the
It
air.
doesn't actually connect with anything. It just rips it apart as it sucks it into the blade.
So it
Into
sucks
the
his
blade.
vertebrae into the end of
Yes.
it.
You will hear the sound as it passes through his lungs of his last breath being sucked into the void.
Oh my god, that is beautiful.
The sound of his death does not escape the gravity of your weapon.
Mike, you're turning a little too much into Jeb.
Yeah. D-Jeb it just a scotch. There's games for Jeb, I promise.
Jeb is a storied character. Yeah.
Jeb is his technical.
We want to not be Jeb.
We don't be Jeb.
We don't want to be Jeb.
People issue medications to prevent Jeb.
Sorry, kid. You should have surrendered.
Am I close enough to see Hal running the other direction?
Yes, you will see him run out of. So I'm going to cut out of mechanics for a minute. So you'll see him run into the fog after a retreating form. You give chase.
I'll sort of jog that way and like keep his silhouette in. Vision?
You'll arrive just in time to see him cut someone down from behind.
All right.
And he stands over the body and says something.
In Azlanti.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you give?
And I'll grab his column and his weapon and run back.
Do you say anything to him?
I've got a little drone around.
Jesus!
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think it's up and running.
Oh,
Okay,
I
I
think
got it under my arm.
You can repair it.
Okay, I've got it
If
under
it was
my
up
arm.
and running, we would have a problem right now.
Hey man, you all right?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay.
Alright, so you're coming over here, and I assume
Oh,
you're
yeah.
coming over here too?
Yeah.
These guys are out of play.
You race back across the town. In the distance, you can see large lights set up to the south. Spotlights of some kind.
I look up.
It's hard to see through the fog, but you get the sense of moving machinery in the distance. Something's coming. Where do you head back? To the junk shop?
Well, didn't we leave them somewhere else?
Yeah, in
Horska's house?
Yeah.
Corsica's place.
Yeah, but they weren't going to stay there.
Okay.
The junk shop.
They just had to go to Corsica's because Corsica couldn't come to them. Because both of her legs were broken at the knees.
That sucks.
They are no longer broken though.
Oh, that doesn't suck.
I poured a potion down her throat.
Oh, there you go.
The lights are dim inside as you'd expect. It's almost morning. And as you open the door, Abretta rushes out to meet you from the mechanic bay. She looks haggard and pale. When she sees you covered in blood, she doesn't even seem to notice. They've got him. The Azlanti. They've got Jellic.
That's the spectacle.
The idiot snuck out on some ill-advised sabotage and a pair of those damn soldiers caught him. They're not going to imprison him. They're just going to kill him.
Alright, well,
We've-
they already know we're fighting back, so we need to take the fight to them now.
Please,
We may as well go get him.
save that damn fool.
Alright.
And we're going to call game there.
Fair enough.
So,
choice.
what's going to happen is we're going to level you up. Here.
Yes!
But you are not going to be healed the damage you have taken now. So basically, what? Oh yeah. So if you already have damage on you from
Sorry,
stamina, or
guys.
that add the totals to
Yes.
it, but you're not going to refresh to full.
Got it.
But you basically, it's going to be great.
We're gonna get more.
So we're going to do that. We're going to do that on camera, but we're going to cut game here. So I hope you enjoyed Game 3 of Starfinder. I'm still getting used to the crunch and going back and forth between 5th Ed and this it's a trip.
And then Pathfinder.
And then Pat, no, I'm not going to do that.
No, but like the confusion between like the terms and the rules. And...
Right. So yeah, hope you guys had some fun. We'll see you next time. And closing statement of iconic nature. Goodbye.
Farewell.
Bye.
Iconic nature.
Iconic nature.